And we're
As
live.
I was
Welcome
saying
back,
after
everybody. What was that, Nick?
Welcome back to WARD, the Ward, for your chilled out rock and roll grooves.
Chilled out. Chilled
Yeah.
out.
So
Do you not
chilled
feel
out.
chilled out?
I'm one of your hosts, Alan, drinking my podcast juice. I've made myself something I'd like to call a chite tea.
Chite?
Is it because it's
Shite.
full of shite?
No. It's because number one, because we have earth kite
Earth
or chite
Yeah.
in this, and
Yeah.
then but also it's
Or
chai
cheat.
tea with a white Russian.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There it
there
is.
I was
you go.
waiting.
There you go.
There it is.
Yes.
Except
So
I
you-
substitute
for
the
it.
heavy cream for Bailey's.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I was just thinking? This very random thought occurred to me. Of all the teams, like group names that would make the best soda names, I think the Travelers may have the best group. Like as a group, like you have the Traveler soda brand,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
You've got the Trickster, you've got Sundancer, sounds like a good soda. Ballistic
True.
could be like an energy drink.
That's actually very
Genesis
true.
Yeah.
is
Okay.
cool.
I like
You
that.
know,
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
Noel's kind of the Echidna's maybe the outlier for that group, but in terms of just
No. I think it totally could
Yeah.
work.
you
I
could
was
still have
like
like
one of those,
Echidna,
like-
with that.
Echidna could be like the health drink, you know, with lots of pulp inside.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
it's got
The
echinacea in
kombucha?
it.
It could be
Yeah,
the kombucha.
Yeah, exactly.
Echinacea.
There you go.
It's got echinacea
The
in it, so it's
echinacea
called
and the
echidna.
kombucha. Echidna, yep.
That's funny.
Trickster is like a sour drink, so it's like it's sweet but then
Yeah.
a sour kind of thing.
Mm.
Ballistic's an energy drink.
yum.
Sundancer is like Sunny D. Genesis, I don't know.
You've thought
Genesis
about
can
this.
be whatever.
I like
And
it.
this
I
literally
like the idea
occurred
of
to me in
something
the
like
last
iced
2 minutes,
teas of
Michael.
some
I have not thought
kind.
about
Oh.
this until just now.
I love it. Well, you guys
That's
may
you
mean, I
notice.
kind
said
of-
that.
Wait. Is this a new T-shirt idea? Because I could totally
There
make
you
it
go.
where it's
Well,
like
because I was
all the
thinking of
drinks.
like
Mm.
I was trying to think of like this episode brought to you by, and then I was like, what's a brand? I'm like, sodas. Sodas are fun. What are some drinks like Sunny D? Oh, Sundancer. We have a character named Sundancer. That's a great name for a soda. Oh, what else? Their whole group actually, and then that's
Nice.
you know, yeah,
I love it.
it,
Hell
it
yeah.
moved quickly from there.
As you guys noticed,
like it.
Jacob's not here, but that's not permanent. He's just a very responsible adult who
He
has
murdered
to
him.
work business calls on the phone sometimes, and he is stuck.
Working 12 to 8. What
we're
the
just-
fuck is
we're
his schedule? No one knows anymore.
That's
So
true.
we're chilling until he gets here. He should be here any second, he said, but he's stuck on the phone.
While Alan has his chite tea.
Right.
I just wanted to demonstrate. I like to play a game with you, if you're interested. It's
Mm.
called Does Hannah Have ADHD? On my desk, there is a can of half-drunken, 2-day-old Barks
Oh,
root beer,
God.
Nice.
It's a
Nice.
solid start.
an almost but not quite finished maple iced coffee that is quite watered down,
Okay.
and a water glass. There was a tea mug, but I took it to the kitchen already, and
Wow.
the water glass.
Really, that's a light day.
Do I have any more? Sometimes I put the extra cups on the floor because I don't want to look at them anymore. Nope, just the 3.
That's so good.
That's pretty
So
good.
phone in. What do you think? Does Hannah have ADHD?
Yeah, exactly.
The answer may shock you.
The answer may shock you.
Alan, Fran's
Also-
asking about the
Oh.
post.
Yeah. Fran, I have heard about Post. I have not engaged with it, mostly because I barely can like get a chapter in a Pale every now and then, and that's what I'm trying to work on. I'm
Mhm.
probably not going to keep up with Post as it comes out.
You're too
But
far behind.
apparently it's the most, as Fran points out, it's apparently the most not safe for work story he's done, even more than Poke, which I've also heard about, the Goblin Romance
Oh.
one.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, I did think the Goblin Romance one was a joke the first time I heard it, and then I looked it up and was like, oh my gosh.
interesting.
Well, there you go.
I'm excited to get around to reading it, and get, if it's, I'm assuming it's just like a one-off story, you said. So unlike Pale and the rest of them, which are an endeavor, I will probably not be getting tattoos of those small stories.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You never know.
I've saved
never
a
know.
lot of. I've saved a
You
look.
could.
I've saved
You
a
could
lot
get
of
a
room.
small.
I know
you
there's.
get-
Oh, I
Little
could get a very small tattoo.
Knuckle tattoo.
Some might
You could
even
do
say
a
a stick and
band-
poke.
Okay,
For
I'm not
poke.
gonna
You
get
could
the
do a
knuckle
band
tattoo.
of little icons for all the little ones.
Oh, that's true. I've got a lot of bands going on. No, I've saved most of my forearm, below the Wyvern formula for Pale, because I know that it's got some cool. I've seen some cool tattoo ideas for it, but I also know, or am vaguely aware of, that there is some tattoo magicery eventually somewhere, and that involves knuckle tattoos with like animals on each knuckle.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
I'm
very
thinking,
cool.
like,
Very
man,
cool.
is it time to get a hand tattoo? I wear gloves most
That's-
of the day when I'm working, so
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
And you
Speaking
know
of-
what they say about people with hand tattoos?
I'll be right back.
They are
good at choking people, I guess. I don't know.
sex.
Oh, Lord.
Whoa! Whoa! That's
We
not
went
where I was going at
0
all.
to
Oh,
Better for the
Um,
gripping, you might say.
yeah.
Wow. All right.
Better grippers for the grapping.
Go. All right.
you need to save some space for 2 goblins kissing though for his little.
Oh. No. I put those like on like, and I go like.
Yeah, no, exactly on the side of your fingers.
He's-
Perfect.
Oh, on the side of these fingers. Like
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Kiss.
Or like here
I
and here, and then you just.
yeah.
Yeah, Bernard. I don't know if you're in the Discord, but I should. It's probably time that I make a Pale spoilers chat just to give my thoughts as I go through that.
Oh yeah, we should make one. Easy.
Yeah.
dude.
Which I haven't. I know they can't make it to the live chats, but I just want to give a special shout out to one of our patrons who was going through was it Twig? I want to say they were going through Pact. They know who they are, and it's been a while since I've heard from them, and I miss them, and need to go back and look at the thoughts because I wonder if they're still reading. I
Mhm.
hope they are.
Yeah. This time of year is busy, at least in the U.S. Thanksgiving and stuff. But
Let me see. We packed.
I'm gonna make this announcement again at the end, but I'll go ahead and make it now. We were looking at December and realizing how crazy our schedules are. So we're going to see you all again on the 9th in 2 weeks, like normal. And then we're going to take off the rest of December and come back on the 13th of January. Just so you all know. We need a little break to catch up, and it's just crazy holiday season, so we need some little bit of rest. So yeah, I'll make another announcement at the end. It's just a reminder of that. But for those here now, just letting you know. But thank you for your patience as we take a little hiatus for the
Grab my
month of
notebook.
December.
A small bricky break, if you will.
Small bricky break.
I'm actually looking forward to the break because then I can work on reading some other stuff that I would like to read.
Yeah, a little palate cleanser.
I started The Black Tongue Thief, and I actually really like it a lot. And I would like to finish it over the holiday break and a few others as well. I have a reading goal for the year, and excluding Ward, because Ward takes up so much time, but like in my mind, Ward counts as one book. So my goal is like, okay, well, how many other books I can read? My goal was 30 for this year, outside of Ward. I am not going to hit 30, unfortunately. I may hit 25.
I
But
should really just do pages read, because that'd be a lot more than.
I know, right?
Or
Or
word
words
count.
read. That
Or
would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I've been,
probably calculate that at the
Yeah,
end.
you should do word
just
count
to
for sure.
have an idea, but you know.
I got
Bernard, Got a quick question. When do we change our time back? December, January?
It is in
It's in the
March, I
spring.
believe.
March?
It's not till March.
It's
yeah.
March or April.
Yeah.
What were you saying,
I
Nick?
believe it isn't. Oh, I was just saying, speaking of books, I've also got other things on my list. I need to finish The Black Tongue Thief as well.
Good.
Did you start it?
'Cause
Very fun.
I did start it and I liked it, but
Did you listen to it?
I unfortunately don't like the audiobook. Because
Really?
I tend to I can't just listen, of course, I'm listening while I'm doing other things. And personally, I like a lot of the aspects of it and I really like the guy's voice, but I feel like he doesn't do the best job differentiating between characters. And so because
Mm.
of that, if I'm listening to it, I have a hard time, especially with the really rapid fire back and forth dialogue. I'm like, wait, who's talking? Who said that? Wait, what? And then kind of like feel like I'm losing track of the plot.
Mm,
So I do have
Mm.
a physical copy though. I got that first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that. But I've been listening to book 2 of the what is it called? It's a trilogy. The second just came out. The Hierarchy trilogy.
Oh, Will of the
the
Many.
Oh, yes,
Will
it's
of
on
the
my
Many.
list.
Yep. Book 2
Yes,
came
yes,
out
yes.
just recently.
I'm on the wait
Strength of
list
the
for
Few.
Will of the Many, actually.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Will of the Many is really good. Strength of the Few so far has been interesting. Not quite as engaging, but still very good so far. I've enjoyed it. So, and then a friend told me I need to read the 3 Body Problem trilogy, so I
Ooh,
might do that
Mm.
next.
you can read the first one.
We'll see. We'll see. He said the whole
It's-
trilogy is really good, but we'll see.
Do you trust his book taste?
I do. I do generally trust his book taste.
Okay.
So we'll see. He's the kind of person who like doesn't like the Lord of the Rings movies because they're not
Oh, okay.
as like the
Oh,
books
so
as
he has
would.
terrible taste,
yeah.
is what I'm hearing.
He has mixed taste.
He's a
we have
purist.
we
He's
have
a
differing of
purist.
opinion.
Yeah.
He's a bit more of a
Oh,
purist.
he's a
perhaps.
snooty little baby. No, I'm sorry.
Book-
He's a bit of a purist.
having finished book 2 and having no desire to move on to book 3 of the 3 Body Problem, book 2 is like some of the most incel, like me, next to Ready Player One, kind of
no.
written by an incel type shit.
All right. Well, I'll try the first one at least and see how it goes.
First one's interesting.
Yeah.
For
With the
sure.
caveat that everyone's entitled to liking what they like.
Right.
That being said,
Oh my
Unless
gosh,
you
I'll
like.
bet you he flamed the 3 Body Problem show.
Oh, he hated the show. Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah, he hated the show.
okay.
I can't help but see there's a
Anyway.
Jacob in the chat.
Jacob
Oh
has
my
arrived.
gosh.
Hello.
Quick, delete it.
Jacob.
What are we doing here?
What are we
Waiting
doing
for
here?
you.
What do you mean?
Welcome to Mega City. Pregnancy on the rise in the outskirts. Our topic for tonight, Arc 11, Part 1, which will be encompassing episodes or chapters 11.1 to 11.8, I believe.
True. But yeah.
I am your host, Alan. With me joined, we have Hannah,
Hello.
Jacob,
Were you guys waiting for me?
Yes.
We were.
Nick,
Hello, and a special hello to all the Sonic Impreg fan art fans.
Oh, God.
and Michael.
Hello, guys.
Oh,
Michael,
boy,
you're gonna
howdy.
hate this one. You're gonna hate this
for
one.
those of you
I'm ready for it.
who have joined us before, welcome. It's great to see you all. We love you in live chat. Those of you who are playing bingo, cat on screen right there. Look at that already.
Ding,
Ding, ding, ding.
Easy.
The lovely Beckford. And for those of you who are just joining us, I don't know why, but perhaps you've stumbled in here.
Welcome.
We're a group of people, friends who really enjoyed, Worm, and we decided to give it another go ahead. And now we're on the sequel, Ward, by J.C. McCrae, aka Wildbow, and we just read through. And there's a bunch of people who read along or listen along with us, and that's pretty cool. Some of them even do this crazy thing where they give us money to maintain stuff and sound better, and do a little bit of extra content every now and then. Our lovely patrons over in the Discord, they help us by giving us their insights and criticisms and adding all sorts of cool. It's fun to interact with them on the Discord. Honestly, I think about doing it more and more, but I don't know. There's times getting away with this, especially in the
Busy
holiday
holiday
season.
season.
Speaking of which, it's just to remind us again, Michael, we are taking a small break during the holiday season. When is that again? We are doing
Yeah.
the back
So,
half of this arc.
yep, we'll finish arc 11 on the 9th in 2 weeks, like normal.
Mhm.
And then we're going to take off the rest of December, and we'll be back on the 13th of January, just to give ourselves a little rest for the holidays and all that good stuff.
Give me
Back with arc
time to
12.
read Pale and give my thoughts about Pale in the Discord, which if you were a Discord member, patron member, you would have access to the Discord and the extra stuff that we do, and
Fun
be able
place.
to talk on there. Hear my thoughts, put your own thoughts. We've got memes, spoilers for like Pact, and I'll be reading
Easiest
through
way
Pale
to
on
reach
my
us,
own.
for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
For sure. The easiest way to reach us is with a financial contribution. What?
$1 a month. $1 a month. That's all it takes.
Or more,
Yeah.
or more. We're still
We-
waiting
we
for
also-
that golden morning membership, still open. One
That's true.
slot only.
Yep.
You needed worthy
if-
investments.
We also have merch if you want to support us in that way and also want to wear Brockton Bay Book Club stuff. As you can see, Nick is modeling our Brockton Bay Book Club tee, ringer tee, and I am modeling the Brockton Bay's sweatshirt here. Ta-da! Very soft,
Really
very
fuzzy,
cozy.
but
Yeah, very comfortable, very fuzzy. And Alan is modeling the not for sale Chicago Ward sweatshirt, which was made just for fun.
PRT
But
Chicago.
yeah, it's a good time. But you can find that link in our bio or under this YouTube video if that's where you're watching it right now, and get a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. Maybe treat yourself for the holidays.
Yeah.
Why
It
not?
sounds, when you say support us by getting those, that sounds like we make actually any money off
Oh,
of
no.
that when most
We
of it's
make like
at cost,
$1
basically.
per, yeah, basically we're selling the t-shirts and sweatshirts at cost, so we're making maybe $1 per item.
Yeah.
So it's more
No,
for you guys
buying those is a moral support.
Yeah.
more than anything else.
Shows you care. Shows you
Repping
care.
us on the streets.
Yeah, it shows your character.
All right, enough peddling. Let's get into this.
Let's get into this. First thoughts, first impressions of the opening half of Arc 11 Binding. Hannah, what were your thoughts?
This one was uncomfy a bit at times, and then more uncomfy at later times. It was good. I liked the tempo. We had us jumping around. It did feel at times like we're just biding our time for the big stuff, and so like I feel like the second half of this arc is going to end up being a lot. But yeah, no, yes. I have a lot of thoughts, but overall, I feel like this was pretty good. We're getting into some of the more meat of the story and some of the more consequences to our actions and the problems that are going to end up being bigger than we thought, and problems of the world and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Uncomfy, but, fun.
Jacob.
Yeah, it's funny because I think it was like last episode or two, I said something to the effect of, "Oh man, we're kind of splitting every arc in two now just because of length, and so it's a lot of like gonna be a lot of build up at the beginning of the arc and then the resolution or the payoff in the back half." That being said, this first half was pretty exciting. Dare I say, the best fight scene yet. We'll get into it, I'm sure, but I'm just
Oh,
gonna submit that for
heard it here first,
consideration.
folks.
Yeah. So I like this first bit quite a bit. It was a good read.
Nice.
Nick?
Yeah, not much else to add. Yeah, this one, ironically, even though it is only half of it, where we ended does feel like it could have been the end of the arc conclusively
Mhm.
enough. So I'm curious what the second half entails. I know there's a couple of interludes and things like that, but um, it did feel like, oh, this is a bit of an end, right? The fight scene with Lord of Lost ends. I will tentatively agree with you, Jacob, about the fight scene, as we'll get into that later. I think it's certainly one of the more interesting dynamics that we've seen in a fight scene, and really allows some characters to shine that haven't shown before, as well as introducing some new powers that were pretty cool to watch go to town on people. So overall, very good, but still a lot of, in spite of that, too, a lot of personal moments as well, where it felt like we were getting some good character growth and character moments as well. Um, yeah.
Yeah. And as for myself, I also really enjoyed the character moments we had at the up front. The fight scene, I think, is very emblematic of all of the combat in Ward. Um, in both good and I'll say a little bit of bad ways, but definitely like it is Ward combat in a nutshell. Um, and yeah, dude, it's a really memorable arc for me. This is one
Mhm.
that stood out and I like remember. There were a couple that were fuzzy and I recall one or two things, but this one, it's just got so many good interactions. Love
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
I do feel like the inclusion of body horror helps it be memorable too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Gotta have that shock
Yeah.
factor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
that shock
if
factor indeed.
word count wise, we're close, but we're not. I don't think we're there yet. Uh, but this is arc 11. We are over halfway through the arcs.
Woo!
Oh wow.
Look at
Wow.
that.
What?
There are 20 arcs
Weird.
to Ward.
That doesn't feel right, but
Wow.
So,
The numbers don't lie.
yeah. I mean,
Mm.
granted,
That's crazy.
after like the first two? The first two were like 58,000. Then you have like 47,000 and then 83,000. And then everything after that is like, oh no, it dips back down. Then it's like 50,000, 50,000,
Yeah.
80,000. And now we're in after arc 9, it's
We're in the long arc
exclusively
section.
over 100,000s.
Mm.
Or at least around 100 or
Yeah.
90,000. So, yeah,
Amazing.
we're at cruising altitude right now.
Exactly.
They're all going to be about this size.
yeah.
Um,
Yep.
Oof.
yeah, but really excited to talk about this. Nick, go ahead
Mhm.
and kick us off. What are we
Yeah, let's-
doing in 11.1?
Let's jump right into it. 11.1. Victoria distracts herself from revelations about Chris by stopping Bitter Pill's group from busting out their allies, and they negotiate a brief respite from them. Yeah, very simple chapter, I felt like, for me. Just sort of setting up this rising chaos and conflict that's going on uh, post arc 10, post everything going on from the prison. Still, there's a lot going on, especially with the assault on the teams. I am still kind of interested in this idea of the chaos theory, right? Like somebody's trying to bubble up a lot of chaos for some bigger reason. And I feel like this kind of contributes to that theory, where it's like, oh, there's just a lot going on. There's too many things going on for the heroes to handle. Um,
Mm.
so whether it's another entity or whether it's another parahuman like Sleeper or somebody else who's trying to bubble up a bunch of conflict for the sake of conflict and chaos, I feel like there's something bigger going on with it.
Yeah. Along those lines, just thinking about that, everybody gives a lot of praise to Joker in Dark Knight, being this just chaotic element. It's like, what is your purpose? Is like basically to sow chaos.
Mhm.
I like the idea in this of like, if, as you're saying, if that were true, like, what is the bigger goal though? It's like, oh, well, if you sow enough chaos, essentially the Endbringers show up or something. Olden times that would have been the case. Enough chaos goes on, Leviathan shows up.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you could potentially instigate that on purpose. Um, you know, So,
Exactly. Yeah. We know that the entities are inherently conflict driven beings. And so even after their deaths, it makes sense that parahumans would revel in conflict and chaos just because of that nature, the whole entity and agent versus the person thing going on. So I feel like maybe there's something there, but I don't know. Could just be the world's in chaos, and that's just the way things are now.
Welcome to the new normal. Everything's chaos and we're
Yeah.
all freezing.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I like the. This is another one of those. There's so much going on in this chapter. I kind of thought, did I miss a chapter? Because we kick right off in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But it's very. I like the. This is how the world is now, where before you probably wouldn't have had a negotiation with villains. Villains also wouldn't be attacking what is essentially a minor police station.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 You know, and you know, it's very not the norm of how things were in Brockton Bay, but here you've got them holed up, these, you know, these crazy monsters, you know, from Bitter Pill, and eventually they come out to do a negotiation, and they're like, hey, you know, you take a couple days off, you pay for the damages to the building, we give you your people back. Like there's this whole negotiation process between them, and like the villains clearly have different priorities and different things amongst themselves. Like nobody feels as villainous as they once did, almost. Like the things that people are doing are very mercenary, but for the purpose of like making it through the winter. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel as childish and at the same time like selfish as it once did.
Mm.
Where like, why are you robbing the bank? It's like, oh, so we can get money. It's like, are you starving to death? I was like, well, no, I like money. And here it's like, you know, a little bit of that, but it's also like, well, you know, we want to have a heater, and you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that costs money. You know, we want
Yeah.
food, and that costs
We
money.
kind of, to bring in a bit of the future too, right? We get that a bit with the mercenaries where Victoria's
I was
like,
gonna
why
bring
the
up,
hell
yeah.
are you still fighting? And they're like, because we need homes for our families.
Yeah,
It is
the
like there's so
housing
much
crisis
more at
still
stake
hits
for people than
hard
there was
after
before.
the apocalypse.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
geez. Yeah. 2008 housing crisis really hit the worm universe pretty hard. Hard to overcome.
Yeah. It's the
Dang.
alternate thing where like they talk about like we got 9/11, they got the Endbringers, and it's like we got the 2008 housing crisis, they got the 2018 housing crisis.
They got Gold Morning. We got the 2000, as if those are comparable in any way.
All right.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
interesting. Victoria notes in this verse chapter here that the guy who's like running stuff at this police station or wherever it really is, that he used to be PRT, but like he was part of a tiny little branch in a small town, and he was a paper pusher. Like he was a paper pusher in a team of like 6. And she's
Yeah.
like, cool, great. This is who I'm working with. Like, okay, cool.
And
Just
yet
to
turns
show
out to
how
be surprisingly reliable in this tough situation.
yeah, ends up being totally great. Reads the
Yeah.
situation perfectly.
But
But
still,
just kind of this
Ballsy
idea that
move.
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah,
yes.
to your point though,
Uh,
Hannah, yeah, still shows how like desperate they are for people in
yes, how
jobs and
stretched
things.
thin they are, how the world
Yeah.
is. Yeah. That we're like desperate for anybody who is part of the previous order who like understands the systems. Cause like we see a lot like with the Master Stranger protocols that if you weren't in PRT or wards, like, you don't know some of the terminology and some of the things that have been set in place for, you know, a situation like that. And so it's like, okay, well, who do we have who knows the protocols? Like, well, okay, you know, paper pusher Dave over here, or whatever his name is, I don't remember. You know, he can help us out. Like, okay, cool. Great. Paper pusher Dave. Killing it.
Perfect.
Yeah, but and alongside the other things that are sort of indicative of the rest of the world, and we'll get into later on, is that the amount of emotions going on in the battle with Victoria thinking about her own emotions, the emotions of the enemy, the people inside. I think this is even the start where she already has, I'll just call Dean thoughts. I want to say happens in this and throughout the rest of the arc too. That like just starts off very emotionally charged, and the rest of the arc kind of continues with that. So
Yeah.
any other thoughts before we move to 11.2?
I was
Yeah,
just
not much
looking
on that
back.
first chapter.
Yeah, not too much. I was just looking back at the
It's a fun first
characters
chapter.
who are there. So it's Bitter Pill is kind of in charge. We've met her before, I believe, right?
She's the one that put
Mhm.
the stuff in the prison.
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay.
But then the one that stood out to me was Bird Brain, who has like near perfect tracking, which I thought was really interesting. It's like almost like a
Hacks.
piece of almost like a piece of like Contessa's power with like being able to see exactly like the right place to shoot things. I thought was interesting. None of the other ones really do much, but Bird Brain's just that little thing of like, okay, if she aims at you, she's guaranteed to hit what she wants, which is like just again that like yeah, crazy powers like that, right? Guns,
Yeah.
a good shooter, good sniper.
Good snipers.
Mhm.
But
And
yeah, that's all.
blue stocking.
Blue
Blue
Stocking.
Stocking.
Yeah.
So there's
Blue Stocking.
Bitter Pill, Foggy Idea, Blue Stocking, and Bird Brain. And they're there to get
Mm.
Etna and Cresting, but we don't really see many of the other powers. It's mainly Bitter Pill's
No.
powers that are at work,
Yeah.
rioting the mob and making them super powered. So
It feels like such an overkill reaction for just breaking out two villains. Like, oh, y'all went ham. Jeez. Okay.
yeah, you don't care, I guess.
I guess so.
And as Bernard pointed out in chat, yay, no first chapter 40 minutes this time around. Bernard,
What?
I'd like
But
to
listen,
point out that it is
listen.
currently, hold on, it is currently 8:42, which means we have been doing
mean,
this for 40 minutes.
Technically.
Kind of.
Technically,
Technically.
not quite,
Yeah.
but
But we can move on to 11.2.
also, Bernard, are you telling me you don't like it when we spend 40 minutes talking about chapter 1? Because I also don't like it when we spend 40 minutes talking about chapter 1. But it happens. It happens.
We gotta get our
Also,
wiggles
I'm
out.
trying to read this name
Gotta-
tag. Vati needs a pina colada.
I think that's Vic.
We're so happy to have you here. Really?
Maybe.
Is that
Pardon?
a new?
We're about to find out. Anyways, moving on. They'll let us know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Either way,
All
I'm
right.
happy to have you here.
Yeah. 11.2. Vicky thinks back to her past and tells the team about Chris. They discuss what Lab Rat did before the birdcage. Kinsey takes it hard, but gives the team access to Tattletale's notes. Ooh.
Oh, poor Kenzie.
Honestly,
Gosh,
the
this is
summary
tough.
focuses on Kinsey, but I think I felt worse for Rain in the moment, right?
Yeah,
Like
so did I.
Kinsey being in denial makes sense, but Rain being like, I thought he was my friend. It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something about his quiet sadness that is more sad to me than Kinsey being like, it's fine. No, it's totally not that. Like, he's not a bad guy.
So what if he
Yeah.
was bad? He was my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and Vic, it is good to have you.
It's Vic
Hey,
here.
there we go.
Always.
Yeah.
Ha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
that's tough. And I it's with Kenzie too, like the giggling, the nervous giggling that she just like can't seem to stop. Because her, emotional responses are so usually completely inverted. To me, that's the equivalent of like her sitting at the table and just quietly crying to herself. Like that
Yeah.
realizing that like, oh my God, wait, what? What?
Yeah, like her immediate impulse to defend him and be like, "Well,
Yeah.
no, like Chris is different. He's a clone. Maybe he's not a bad guy. Like Ashley's a clone, and she's not bad." And
Right.
but then like the sensitive nature of it, because Labrat experimented on people, much like Cauldron did, so it's very sensitive for
Right.
Sveta,
Very.
and with animals and human bodies, much like Victoria's experience. So it's like
Yes.
it's hard because you understand her reaction to be defensive, but it's like with the worst people, right? It'd be like
Right.
trying to I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good analogy. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying to defend your friend who got caught drunk driving to two moms who lost kids to drunk drivers, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like
Absolutely.
no, but my friend's
Yeah.
not a terrible person. I know he did it once, but he's not a terrible person, And it's like
Right.
wrong audience to try to defend that too.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Ugh,
Yeah.
That's-
The conversation went about as honestly as well as I think it could have gone, all things considering.
True.
Yeah.
yeah. I think so
I
as
think
well.
ugh, we'll see. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more that happens there, so I'm curious. I will say on a funnier note, this is why you got to be very careful when you're Googling worm stuff online. Just you
Oh,
got to
no.
watch out for spoilers. I didn't have this spoiled, but I'm realizing thinking back that it kind of spoiled it. So months ago, I was trying to remember when the very first Endbringer attack was. So I googled like the Parahumans timeline, and I was just looking back in like the 80s, right, Behemoth attacks, and I'm kind of just scanning through, and it says at one point, forget what the year was, 1980 something, Lab Rat born, and I remember thinking at the time, why the hell? Why do we care? It was like next to Eidolon and
Oh my
the
gosh.
Behemoth attack, and it's like,
That's
Oh,
funny.
why is
no.
Lab Rat's birth on the timeline? Who cares?
Because he
It's
would
like,
come to betray us all.
now we know.
Yeah.
Turns
Now
out
you
he
know.
was a rat.
Everything
He was a
was
rat
spoiler.
the whole time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mm.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will say echo what you said, Jacob. This went about as good as it could have gone. Like we could have had a full blow up. Kenzie eventually, she leaves with Ashley, and they kind of step out, and
I was preparing
to
for
give
like
her.
a team fracture. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be a full, because the way that Kenzie was going, I
Mhm.
was like, what I thought was going to happen is she's, saying this, and they're all like, Kenzie, stop talking, like, stop. I thought Sveta was gonna like tentacle whip something because of how
Yeah.
upsetting this is, and the fact that Kenzie is, trying to make it be okay.
Yeah, I
But
did love the way that Victoria had this mental plan, right? And I think it was smart the way she did it, breaking them up into groups and talking them separately.
yeah,
But then like she's like, "Okay, I've got this plan, right? My uncle taught me this like trauma plan, which I love." And then she's like, "Okay, they get back and they're like, okay, now we need to tell Kinsey and Chris." And she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna do my plan." And Tristan's just like, he's fucking lab rat. It's like-
Tristan, shut the fuck up.
oh, be quiet. Ugh.
It's great. But
Yeah.
it went about as well as you could expect, I think, given the whole situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vic, if I were going to rate Lab Rat, I would put him possibly S tier rat. The other rats I think of, you think of like Chariot. Chariot probably like, I guess, C tier rat, because they knew he was a rat the whole time. But he still did his job, of being a rat. So, I'm sure if you have any other rats that you'd like to let us know about, absolutely.
We need to revisit our
Trickster's pretty high on the
rat
rat,
bracket.
Our
But
rodent.
I was about to say our
The
rat
racket,
bracket.
if you will.
Our rat bracket. Our
racket.
racket.
If you don't
The
know what we're
rat.
talking about, you're clearly not a patron,
You gotta be a patron.
and it shows.
Yeah.
The rat down.
The
rat
full
bracket,
rodent
yeah.
tier list.
Rodent
Yep.
tier list.
Yeah, there is.
Fictional rodent tier list.
We
That
did
will
do that.
include-
Yes.
Or
yes, we did.
not a tier list. It was a
Is
battle
a-
royale
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah, it was battle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was what's it called? The March Madness bracket system.
Yeah,
So,
March
Yeah,
Madness
there- yeah,
bracket.
exactly.
Yep.
Rat madness.
Still can't believe we
Ooh,
spent so
March
much.
March ratness.
That's
We did
true.
spend
a
long
Skitter
time talking
was
about that.
going to be a rat originally. But she also
Like
didn't do a
D-tier
great
rat because she
job.
failed. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say she's like D-tier rat because she has failed as a rat.
Yeah,
She's a terrible
both
rat.
ends,
She got
for both
assimilated.
sides.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else in this section? I don't have any thoughts on this other than really sucks.
Tristan got really angry, which makes
Mm.
sense, of course. They're all dealing with the different stages of grief here in this moment. But I don't think I expected him to get so angry, and
Yeah,
for
didn't he-
Rain to
didn't
be
he
so
switch?
sad.
Yeah. Didn't
Yeah,
he
he
switch
switched
to Byron just because
Yeah.
he was so mad?
Mhm.
Like you
Yeah.
get so upset that you just give up some of your time in the
Yeah.
world. Yeah. that
Yeah,
was-
because
that
I
was
mean,
intense.
he's still thinking, but at least he gets to essentially like walk off in his head
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah. Because it was
Scream
it out
after
if
he
you
had
need
the outburst and Victoria was like, "Hey, let's be careful how we handle this." And he's like, "You're
Mhm.
right. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go for a bit. Byron's got this."
Hey,
Yeah.
brother,
Yeah.
sorry, I just worked up the crowd. Here you go.
Got him ready for you.
Yeah.
All riled up.
I'm also
Uh,
really glad what's her name was there. What's the lawyer's
Natalie.
name?
Natalie.
I can't Natalie.
Oh,
Yes, I'm
Natalie,
really
yeah,
glad
yeah.
Natalie was there. Kind of as like a third party. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, my brain is so
just a neutral observer.
roasted, toasted. Thank
Yeah,
you. Neutral observer. Yeah. Just a
You
neutral
know-
party to kind of be there and like observe and know and kind of see how this is unfolding with the group and stuff.
Jacob, in an odd nostalgia, there was a time where a roommate of yours was going through a terrible breakup, and it was the first time I'd introduce R. Taylor to your crowd of people. Because I think we were coming over to play a game or something. We came over, and that was his first experience, was hearing this entire
Oh, yeah.
breakdown.
Oh no.
And getting like a 2-hour breakdown of the entirety of this of your roommate's love life, and he was just sitting there just going, wow. And that is, I imagine, Natalie having to deal with
That's
the lab rat situation. Like,
Yep.
I mean, I didn't know him that well from the 3 times we'd interacted,
Right.
but holy shit, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
that
love how
sucks.
Wild Bow. Yeah, every group he realized
That's
early
funny.
on every Cape group needs their Sierra, their Natalie.
Yes.
their
Yes.
Charlotte.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
need
so
another
true.
name there in the mix.
To that degree,
Yeah.
that's literally Justice League Unlimited, why they bring in Green Arrow.
Oh,
Like, we need
Exactly.
guys like you to keep
Exactly.
guys like us accountable,
Yeah.
and grounded,
Yeah.
because we don't have the non-powered, just a dude with some arrows and a shit ton of money. Keep it kind of breaks down when I say it like
I was
that.
gonna say we need a billionaire so badly.
so that
that
we can
tell
keep
us
our
what to do.
moral compass.
No. Because you have a millionaire. You need a hippie millionaire because you already have Batman. You need like
Right. Yeah.
Green Arrows. Your hippie millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your commie.
2 billionaires are always better than
Mhm.
one, I always say.
Exactly.
They balance each other out.
They always balance
They
each other
really
out.
do.
Oh my gosh.
Let's continue.
Mhm.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, Chicken Little playing a risky game,
Oh,
sending
yeah,
all this stuff. to
Ooh.
Risky
Kenzie.
business, let me tell
I
ya.
Yeah.
forgot about it for the interlude last time too. Like,
Yep.
Yep.
Oopsies.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want them to be friends so badly
Yep.
because they need
They're
friends,
babies.
but also they
babies.
should like be in a room with like a deck of Uno cards and no electronics.
Exactly.
Like,
No, as one commenter said, they said, "Wow, Aiden is really testing the boundaries of Tattletale's care for him."
Yeah. Yeah.
Tattletale's patience as well. Just
she's
wow,
about to
what? That's such a bold move, buddy.
right? She's about to
How do
hit a
you-
button
how do
on
you
her desk
decide
and be
that?
like, "We've got a code Aster on our hands."
No.
Gotta shoot.
Oh
Gotta put
my
this baby
God.
down.
She's about to go
Get
in
the
and
sniper
drag
team in
Taylor
here.
out of the alternate dimension.
We've got to do
Coming back
one
for
last
one
job.
more job.
One last baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just when I thought I
How
was
old are
out,
they?
they bring me back in.
No.
He's like, well, he's like 11. They're like, it's too old. I can't do it.
Do it.
I'm
Can't
do
getting
it.
too old. They're getting too old for this shit.
No.
Oh, hold on. I've got so many meme ideas to make now.
Oh my gosh. But what if I
Uh,
told you it
well-
was a child? You son of a bitch, I'm in.
No. Thank you, Michael.
my job.
Fantastic.
Ugh.
Uh,
All right.
Well, 11.3, shall we?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Vicky takes Kinsey to a sleepover at the Ashleys and does cape research. Then the group fends off an attack from Imp, and Breakthrough cuts a deal with the Undersiders. There's a lot that happens here. Just starting with the first half before Imp attacks is quite fascinating. Just kind of getting into all of the cape powers and the scene of the Ashleys fighting in the kitchen feels very much like
Because
married couple
somebody lacerated the nice bed sheets. I bought those bed sheets. They were mine to lacerate.
Not with our money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have anything without me. Yeah, they're so like married couple bickering. It's so
Oh
funny.
my gosh. I love
That's
that.
what I'm
Um,
telling you. The energy, it's there.
And then with Kinsey being like, I always fall asleep to a screen being on, and Victoria's like, maybe you shouldn't do that every night. Just relax.
Yeah.
Turn the brain off, Kinsey. I'm trying to remember more of the cape research. I remember thinking it was interesting, but then I can't remember specifics of what it was she was looking at. I didn't write it down in my notes either.
She figured out who it was that she had been trapped in the arena bubble with.
Mm.
So she figured out who that
Contender.
was. And we had a little bit more information about Goddess's cluster and the people who were in
Mhm.
that.
Right.
Right.
Who have kind of embedded themselves into the new world, as it were. Remade names for themselves. And I think one of them had joined not with the Shepherds, but with somebody else. Is it the Shepherds? Maybe I can't remember. It doesn't matter. But yeah, just it's a lot of like connecting the dots and being able to categorize people into like, oh, okay, well, this is a threat, this is a problem. You know, these are our known factors, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like Vicky's been collecting information since the beginning. Like back when she was with Kilpatrick and them, like her office was full of binders and papers and stuff because she's been collecting all this information for so long as, you know, resources for the system being basically down and lacking so much information. And so like to have like all this stuff and all these papers and folders and then now there's gasoline all over it. Like, God
Wait
damn
a
it.
second.
Yeah.
God damn it, Imp!
And that seems to be
Did you
like.
guys...
Oh.
I was just gonna say, did you guys know it was Imp? Like, how long did it take you to realize it was Imp?
It took me a minute. Yeah, I didn't quite get what was going on when I was.
That was Bernard's question. He's like, when did you realize it was Imp?
Yeah.
So perfect
Oh,
segue. Hannah.
haha. Wasn't even looking at chat.
There you go.
I'm trying to think of who I thought it was initially. I don't remember if I had a good thought.
Because I want to say, for me, it was like the second break we'll call it. Because the first break's pretty quick, if I remember right, where they're like,
Mm.
oh, something weird's going on here. And then by the second break, you're like, oh, I saw a person, and then they were gone. And you're like,
Yeah.
this is kind
And
of written the way.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the sense like something's missing, and that is usually a clue of imp. Although it's funny, they don't they mention she has like a hairy man's arm for her missing arm?
Yes,
Yeah.
because remember, she has the missing arm.
Just the
Yeah.
missing arm. They haven't gotten it back yet. And so that's like the hairy man's arm isn't fully
Yeah.
imbued
Yeah.
with her power.
Right.
So it's fantastic.
So you like
yeah.
What?
you don't remember seeing a
Uh.
person, but I remember seeing a man's arm
That's hilarious.
somehow, which is
I have
so
very
funny
hairy
to me.
man's arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, do you think her and Forrest hold up their arms to see who's got more hair?
What I'm
I
imagining is
100%.
believe it.
I don't know if you guys watched a lot of Powerpuff Girls as kids, but the episode where the three men dress up as the Powerpuff Girls, and
Yes.
I'm just imagining it's like Imp, but
What?
with like one of those men's arms of just like this big
Heck
gorilla
yeah.
man arm.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Also, Jacob, that meme that you put in the Patreon exclusive Discord server, very funny.
There you go. Told
That
you.
is
Too many ideas.
very funny. Wow. What an image.
How it,
Yeah.
Vic asks, how would you guys rate Tattletale as a mom?
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh, Tattletale. Tattletale is just
Here's the
crushing
thing.
it compared to everyone's least
As a
favorite mother,
mom?
but
I mean, A tier?
Better
yeah,
than
she's doing
Carol.
great.
Way
better than
Or
Carol.
above
Oh my gosh.
better
F
than
tier,
Carol.
so.
I would say the issue is Tattletale is the classic overworked. You know who she reminds me of actually? She reminds me of Hogarth's mom from the Iron Giant.
Yes.
Where she's just like every time with Aiden, she's just like, "Ugh, Aiden, I got a headache. I've been working all day. I don't want to deal with you right now. Like,
Yeah.
just stop." And so he
You
just
please
goes
just
off and
stop.
gets into trouble. And he's like, "Oh, Aiden, dang it."
I'm trying to save up money for your college so that you can go off and you're set to be a good supervillain. And because that's what you said, what you want to do. If Aiden was like, I just want to go to school to be an engineer, you know for sure that's all Tattletale would have done for him. Would have been like, okay, go be an engineer. I'll make sure that you get a job. I'll make sure that then the whole thing is like, oh man, it's so tough when your surrogate mother's a supervillain that is basically in control of the city, and you're just trying to do things on your own. You're always second guessing yourself. Like, did I get into college on my own merits, or did my supervillain surrogate mother like bribe somebody to let me in? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
As Fran points out, then Rachel's your aunt,
yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
which is great.
Well, if you remember, I
Phenomenal.
believe the Heartbroken all the way back at the epilogue of
They call her Aunt
Worm
Rachel,
refer to
right?
call her Auntie Rachel.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Or Aunt
Yeah,
Rachel.
they call her
Mhm.
Aunt Rachel, I'm pretty sure.
So
And then
As you should.
Bernard
Mhm.
asks, would Tattletale be a good mother to look out? Or would Lookout be
No.
better off with Tattletale?
I
I
think
don't think so.
Yeah,
there
I
would
don't
be
think they get along.
okay. Here's the thing: if Tattletale is forced to take care of Lookout, I think that they synergize both power-wise and control-wise really well, because Tattletale's pretty strict on her information control and stuff. And if she had been the one working with Tattletale from an early age and is forced to deal with her, then she is like, I think she lays a lot of those hard rules that, like, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that, you have to operate this way. And I think it would actually be a lot better for her than, her shitty serial killer parents.
Well, yeah.
I think if you're talking from the beginning, I think Tattletale is an incredible person to pair up with any new cape. I mean, just her power gives her such great insight into knowing how to navigate that. So, if she was around from the beginning, absolutely. If it's late stage, foster mom at this age,
Yeah,
a little tougher.
She's
feel like it would
running
be
Tattletale into an early grave.
yeah, absolutely right. Whereas like their powers synergize so well, but they'd have to be in agreement, and I don't know that they would be in agreement of how to
Mhm.
use their powers. And I think they would both feel an invasion of privacy in a sense of Lookout being like, you always know what I'm doing, even if I don't tell you. And Tattletale's like, well,
Mm.
yeah, right back at you. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Well,
real.
see,
Like,
I think that for Lookout, she wouldn't care. Like, oh yeah, I'm an open book. Look at me. And Tattletale's like, no, don't do that. Don't be open.
exactly.
you
Yeah.
gotta shut that down.
Man,
Great
I
questions,
But
guys.
I
I
think
do love.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think Tattletale would be great as a mentor for Lookout. But like you said,
Yeah.
and honestly, maybe even now, but it'd have to be like, look, girl, I will shoot you if you do not follow these rules. And Lookout being like, I'm just happy to be around a villain who wants to mentor me.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think if you had that and like Tattletale would absolutely like use the ever living daylights out of her, but I think
Yeah.
would also have the wherewithal to be like, I know her limits because her limits are kind of my limits as a thinker of like, I get
Right.
massive migraines and will work myself to the bone. She will still not take care of herself, but she will make sure that the person who has the exact same problems doesn't do it. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
no devices after 9 o'clock. Like,
Yeah.
Tattletale
Yeah.
would be all over that shit.
Exactly.
Um,
I
but do you
back
wanna
to
keep
the art
talking
though.
about that?
I do
Yeah.
love the appearance of Imp anytime her power appears, especially when we
Ah,
see it from an outside perspective, is so
yes.
fascinating. Where it's the like, wait, why is there gasoline over here all of a sudden? Oh my gosh,
Mhm.
everything's ruined. Like, what is happening? Just the confusion she causes, and so much more is so interesting just from a power perspective. It's always unique. I think something that stood out to me as well, though, is that Tattletale, I think, reveals that there are people who are looking into the time bubbles and
Yeah.
specifically looking into trying
Yeah.
to break Jack out of his bubble.
Yep.
Well, that doesn't she say
And
she's like they think it's Jack, but then Tattletale says something to the effect of, "No, nobody's that stupid." So
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
something
is
like
it
that.
is it him
Yeah.
or is it
it's
They were
somebody else?
looking at
they're looking at
Dauntless.
Dauntless.
yeah,
It's
the
Dauntless and
ones
the
in
two
Brockton
white
Bay.
supremacist ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the ones in
Interesting.
Brockton Bay.
Jotun and Alabaster.
Yeah,
Alabaster.
but I think she said that they're worried they're looking at them so that they can help Jack as well. Like there's a
Oh,
concern
yeah.
that's
Okay.
connected to Jack, in some
God.
way. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
was just like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what a callback that would be. This villain
Right.
you think who's taken care of permanently is
Okay.
back in commission somehow.
I gotta say though, like I am all for bringing back old people that we dealt with before. I think if we bring back Jack, I'm really hoping it doesn't happen. It's gonna feel like the Slaughterhouse 9000. Like let
Yeah, we don't
Jack
want
lie. We've got so
Yeah.
many other things and problems and interesting people. Like Jack, obviously, big problem, clearly, but I don't. I'm over Jack. Like Jack was great. Love Jack, obviously
No,
from Worm, but I don't want him in Ward. He can
it'd be
stay
kind of the
over there.
somehow Palpatine returned
Yeah.
of Ward, I think, if Jack comes back.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't. There are so many other worse
Yeah,
people.
we've got so many other things that we
You
know,
can look
We
at.
I just
didn't.
imagine him going toe to toe with like Love Lost, and sure, he's got his little danger sense, but Love Lost just looks at him
Oh.
and he's like, "Don't you know who I am, Jack Slash?" And he tries to slash at her, and she just runs up and just eviscerates him, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
And dies on a street in Hollow Point. Like that's what happens to him. He's like, "Don't you know who I am?" And everybody's like, "Your time is over, old man."
Yeah.
I do think it's an interesting concept though, because you could play around like someone like Dauntless who might have when was he frozen? Like how long ago?
During
fight.
the Leviathan fight.
It was during Leviathan.
Because they were using the
Yeah.
Bakuta time bombs.
Oh,
Oh,
right. Gosh, I
yeah.
was trying to remember how he got. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you're talking 4 years that he's been in stasis, essentially.
Yeah.
So like, his
Basically.
mind can't be all there. So like, that's kind of would be
Yeah,
interesting to see someone like that who you would expect
Yeah.
would be probably more of a hero, but could have a pretty significant side effects. Be kind
Oh
of
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
for
That
sure,
would be interesting. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, because those aren't like the other ones where they're speeding up time. These are
these are
just-
stasis bubbles.
yeah.
And I think they mentioned there's a couple people who have ventured into them that are also like they don't know exactly who they are, but there were a couple of curious seekers who were like, "Oh, there's
Yeah.
materials inside of there that we could use if we can get them out."
Yeah.
went
The
in. So there's
gold and
The
some
gold and
other stuff.
Yeah. So it's I mean there could be a whole ecosystem in there, right? Like a separate reality almost.
Mhm.
In that stasis bubble. We don't really know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Man.
Very interesting. Well, cutting a deal with the Undersiders to work together is always a pleasure. I'm glad to
yeah.
see. I mean, honestly, the more Undersider time we get, the better. I'm happy with
Never complaining about more Undersider time.
it. Yeah.
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 Agreed.
And I like that they've kept that name too, right? They're still the Undersiders after
Yeah.
the end of the
Brand
world and a new
recognition.
Keep the
city.
Angels.
You know,
Yeah.
they've got good brand recognition for sure.
They
Well-
really do.
Should we get to Hannah's favorite interlude, I assume?
Hell yeah.
Because I know how much you love Side Piece, Hannah.
Ugh.
Your favorite villain of all time, Hannah. It's Side Piece.
Listen.
Time to get all up in them guts with side piece. Let's go.
Interlude
Yeah.
11A. Side Piece and Disjoint surveil the meeting from the last chapter. They take the top card of their library, put it into their graveyard, and inform Lovelost's team of the results before meeting with Cradle. Yeah, so I will say I really do like the insight into Side Piece and Disjoint's powers. That is really cool.
Yes.
That's probably
Mhm.
the coolest part of this interlude is getting a picture of how their powers actually work. Basically, that like Side Piece's organs are no longer just organs; they're like slowly growing bombs that she has to release, and like she can like do things. She can purposefully like it sounded like from what she was saying, she could, for example, purposefully overdrink way too much soda to give herself a bunch of kidney stones so that when she throws her kidneys, it's like a shrapnel bomb.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
terrific.
Yeah.
That's
weird. And
hilarious.
she can feel them like brewing inside of her. She can feel
Yeah.
all of her organs like
What they
Cooking.
do. Because each organ has a different thing. Like muscles are a flat concussive.
Yeah.
The liver and stuff is like, and stomach are like acidic,
organ weird.
gas bombs.
Yeah.
Some do
Yeah, what a
splash
weird-
damage.
What a
Flash
weird
damage.
power.
Jeez Louise.
And then Disjoint's whole thing being like he can teleport pieces of himself around, basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
So he's like, take my eyeballs,
Weird.
put them over there. I'm gonna
Let me
watch.
just-
I
let me
love
just-
his long distance judo with the one guy in combat where he
Yeah,
like takes his arm
That
and
was
it like
cool.
grabs the guy and
like
like
that.
throws him over.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking
that's
about
super
the detachable kid from Suicide Squad. Just like pops off an arm, just like flies it over to the enemy and just starts, slapping him in the face. Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
same thing.
Super, super fun little. I really felt like this interlude didn't contribute much to the story except making us realize Love Lost and Cradle are together, like that they're
Yeah.
already working together,
Mhm.
and that's like all. That was the whole point of the interlude. Is like, oh, Love Lost and Cradle are working together, and they're going to talk to March and
I
work
was
with
I
March.
was trying to think
Yeah.
if did we, because the last I remember of Cradle was the fight where he goes down.
The Fallen fight.
Yeah, the Fallen
Yeah.
fight. And
They
Tattletale was
catch
like,
him
yeah,
and they stick him in prison.
right. And did we not get an update? Like this is the next time I've seen him? Okay. I
Yep.
just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
So
Alright.
wait, was he in the prison prison?
Yep.
He just wasn't. We just didn't see him during
He
that
got
fight.
out.
He just got out. I'm sure he was mentioned.
Oh, I mean, a
just-
lot of fucking people got out, but like,
Yeah.
he didn't try and. 'Cause isn't Rain's there? He didn't try and
Yeah,
kill
but
Rain.
he also doesn't have any of his Tinker stuff.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had any of his tech.
Yeah, he would
That's
have been
true, I
just
guess.
He's
Unlike-
just a nerdy dude.
unlike the
Just a
others.
nerdy man.
Yeah. Unlike the other three, it really does feel like Cradle's Tinker power is really impressive, but it feels like he doesn't have hardly any of the other powers. Besides the
Yeah.
balancing power, maybe, the being able to
Right.
balance on all of his hands and stuff. So it did,
Yeah.
I can imagine he's just like, I'm not like, Goddess is throwing buildings outside. He's like, I'm staying put. I'm
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
Well, that looks rough.
Ooh, yeah. That's a problem for somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he could escape unseen because he also maybe just looks like a regular guy and nobody thinks twice or too hard about it. Yeah, but otherwise though, it just feels like okay, yeah, duh. Of course, Love Lost and Cradle are talking, and they're still both on the same side of just like, look, if we're gonna kill one member of our cluster, it's gonna be Rain. It's not gonna be each other.
Right.
Yeah.
So
There was one other thing that I kind of wondered if, because again, this interlude does feel kind of sort of useless, but okay. Later when Victoria is hacking into Lovelost's phone or computer and is like canceling all the payments and whatnot, there's a text message that she sends, and she thinks to herself, I hope they don't call, because then, we'd be screwed. But we know from the interlude that Lovelost doesn't talk. Does the Victoria not know that Lovelost doesn't talk? Or is that just some dumb thing that I hyperfixated on?
It might be that she doesn't know if she doesn't
Yeah.
talk. Like, it could be like she saves her power, or like she just chooses not to. She doesn't know
because
the
she doesn't talk at
specifics.
all in the interlude, and it kind of feels very much like she can't, or or chooses not to, or something. And then later, if that's like a worry of Victoria's, so like, oh no, if they call, they want to talk to her, that's going to be a problem. It's like, okay, well, no one's gonna.
Yeah.
She
Probably
doesn't
doesn't
know that.
Just probably doesn't know. Yeah.
I
Interesting.
mean, it could be that
Right.
they call, somebody else is on the phone and basically talks for her, like everything else.
That
Yeah,
makes
that's
sense.
true
That
too,
makes
yeah.
sense. Because who is it who the claw
Nailbiter.
girl?
Nailbiter.
Nailbiter is
Mhm.
kind of the spokesperson for her at times.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Oh, interesting catch there. It would make sense too that like, because there's a difference, right, between choosing not to talk and being unable to talk. It feels like she's unable to talk, but from an outside viewer who only sees her occasionally, it could also just be easily interpreted as, she just chooses not to, or does she have a
Right,
screaming
right.
power? Does she have a screaming
Yes,
power?
she
Yeah,
does.
okay, so so it could be that too, of like she
'Cause she
chooses
every
not
now and then
to
she'll
talk,
undo
get
her
a
mask.
power. Yeah, she'll undo her mask and scream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Beef,
Okay,
I
that's what.
was gonna mention that it says that she does talk to Snag after he dies in the Fallen raid, which I don't remember exactly her words on that. I remember him talking a lot, but on top of that, she hears him talk currently.
Mm-hmm. That comes up later. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's weird.
clusters.
Oh,
I
that's-
still
Just when
don't
you think you
understand
might have
you.
it figured out.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Not yet.
It makes me really curious about the other member of the cluster, the dark high,
Mhm.
the
The
dark
other one who-
segment
Yeah.
in the room,
That we
Mhm.
don't know about. That Snag saw in his interlude. Yeah.
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 And if that is going to play back into, because like, I don't know, you can never tell with Wildbow, to be honest, but like,
is it a sleeper?
like, is this important or is this not?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, this could just be
And
a
all he
throwaway
does is
thing.
add more, like the pastor
Right.
incident, or
Yep.
the two other things he added this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even just like Valkyrie's interlude where she's like fending off world-ending threats, but in other places in the multiverse, you're like, is that important?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe
Who knows?
we'll find. Who knows?
I'll never tell.
Oh.
Mm.
It does confirm the most important thing. Maybe we need to go back to our smash or pass list, but
Oh no.
damsel of distress, no ass. So we're gonna have to move her to pass.
He
That's
did.
true.
He did that, yeah. Who was it who said that? Was that Side Piece who
Side- it's-
mentioned
of
that
course
about
it's
it?
Side
Yes,
piece.
it's side
Yeah.
piece.
Too flat for my taste,
Yeah.
says I.
We love a good bisexual, right, Hannah? Nah.
Struck it from the list.
Struck it from the
Listen.
list.
Listen. Look, we love a bisexual queen, okay? But side piece.
Would you say that Side Piece needs to get herself together, perhaps?
Oh,
Uh,
She can't seem to hold herself together, that's for damn sure.
yeah.
Ah!
It always blows up in her face.
I thought you were saying her pants, but that works too.
Her pants. Might blow up in Disjoint's pants, you know. I've seen they've gotten
Yeah.
interesting.
she might give you her
Ah!
heart.
She might give you
Oh.
a heart.
Beware if she gives
But
you
beware.
her heart.
But
That shit's caustic.
fantastic.
Damn.
11.4.
All right,
11.4.
11.4.
Yeah.
All right. 11.4. Intari's Rain and Foil meet with some heroes. Weld asks Vicky for relationship advice. Imp spies a little on Mayor Wynn. The team learns about New Cauldron and agree to hit common enemies. Ooh. So,
Yeah, I forgot the dream sequence that Wildbow gives us with Weld was pretty interesting. It's a good thing it doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
that was really kind of weird out of the blue, but like, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Listen,
Oh my God.
Real
Okay.
coil is my
I don't-
dad's situation. Thank goodness it
Yeah.
never it wasn't real.
Thank
And there's
goodness it never
no
came
other
true.
Matrix movies
Phew.
besides the first one. What a great
yeah,
movie.
exactly.
True.
yep.
God damn.
Oh man.
There are no Weld Sveta relationship problems in Bossing Say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, exactly.
This is my
Exactly.
fear.
Oh
This
my
is
God.
like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. See, we've read enough Wildbow to know that what this means is that he's gearing up for either Weld or Sveta to die.
Yes.
And I'm
Yeah.
not okay with that. Because what's going to happen
Yeah.
is they're going to break up. Sveta's going to be heartbroken. Then they're going to, the fight's going to happen. Sveta's going to die.
Yep.
And then Weld's got to live with breaking her heart and watching her die. That's can't, you know, that's, I'm not ready for that chapter. It's going to be rough. That's what's going to happen.
No,
Mark
same.
it down here. Predictions.
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right?
Basically.
Absolutely.
Which is the actual title for Ward. Ward emotional damage.
Ward, emotional damage.
Or he'll kill off Weld
Right.
before he can break up, and then Sveta's all sad, but we'll never know the truth.
And Vicky will never tell her because she'll be like,
And Vicky
man,
will
thank
never
goodness he
tell
would
her.
never have broken up with me. And Vicky's just like,
Right.
He's got to
Uh-huh.
handle it.
It's the whole Alfred
she's got to
giving.
keep that
it's-
inside forever.
Yeah.
It's just
one day
Batman:
she'll
The Dark
die.
Knight Rises.
Yep. Just,
Alfred's got the letter, and then he's like,
Yep.
"Never mind, not gonna give it to you."
Yep.
She was gonna wait for me, Alfred. She was gonna wait for me. He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry forever.
Into the
Just
fire you
cry.
go.
Yep, burns the letter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some things
yeah,
just are better
terrible.
left like that.
Yeah. That is a rough place to be in. And
Yeah.
oof.
Yeah, it's not great. I don't like it. I don't like it at all because honestly, I understand.
Okay, but also,
Get it.
also, I just not that I truly want to know the deep mechanics of this.
Oh my God.
I
know where you're
Oh my
going.
God.
I know
Nick.
where
I'm not a
going.
furry,
Me too.
but
We're all
Vic
Same.
says.
Yeah,
shut up.
I'm not a
ahead.
metalhead, but
Some metalhead.
Get some
How do
metalhead
you
if you
give
know what I'm saying.
metalhead? That's
Yeah.
no, but I
Yeah,
am
fair
like
question.
what
curious,
did
like,
she try?
because Weld. Well, there's that too, but also Weld is like I. Although I am a case
Alan,
52,
I'm
52,
scared.
53, whatever case it is.
Yeah, 53. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah.
53. He's like, although I am that, I do like, the female body. And part of
Uh-huh.
me is like, Weld, have you slept with people before?
Well, have you
Yeah.
fucked?
You're
Yeah.
like,
Well, do you
you're like
fuck?
1,000-pound hunk of metal. How does
Yeah.
that work?
How
Oh,
does
it
that work?
works.
It,
It works
I
hard.
mean, that's right, but I
Ouch.
mean, I don't know. I don't
I mean,
feel
that's a
like.
fair question.
Listen,
I don't
I mean,
think.
listen,
I
enough
mean, I
women,
know
you
that
can do
listen,
anything.
I know that he can be
protect
ribbed
your
for her
ears.
pleasure, but
Yeah.
however, I
I
don't.
mean,
I
yeah, no.
just mechanically, right? Like, I'm just not sure
Yeah.
how that
Uh-huh.
works, and like,
No, it works
again,
fine. It's just we've already said
Okay,
like
wait.
he's normal size. He just is heavy,
Yeah, he's normal
What-
size.
Right,
what's
but like,
the doubt
if he
now,
gets kicked in the nuts, he's not gonna
comes
feel it. So like,
what
know.
comes
Yeah.
out of him, Alan? What?
I assume like what's that stuff that melts at room temperature? We said gallium.
Mercury or gallium.
No, not oh god, not mercury. Yeah, you gotta wear a condom so the mercury poisoning doesn't get to you. You
Better
probably
like
don't want
triple
whatever-
tag and bag that shit, man. Oh.
Yeah.
we all just did they try a tentacle in the butt? That's what we all want to know.
It's really that's what she needs to be asking him. Now you asked, and all I can think of is, well, she's got a ball.
No.
And it's got a hole in it.
Alan!
Oh
Oh my
no.
god. Okay.
A Svetolite, if you will.
I am deathly curious. Okay, so I just want to know about everything and everyone's life all the time. I just want to know all the things, and I want to know what they tried that didn't work. I'm dying to know. I need to know. I need to know. And also,
Retrograde wheelbarrow.
on top of that, Alan, I will kill you. I will come in there and I will beat you to death.
The Venetian oyster.
Stop! Oh my god, Alan! Stop it!
This does feel like a case
Michael, can you
of
mute him?
we tried holding hands and it didn't work, so we're out of options.
Yes, right? Like, I feel
gotta
like you
get
need to
great.
go to a sex therapist, go to a kink therapist, go to somebody who's like, you get into some weird shit and be like, hey, look, have you tried this? And someone's like, you what? And you're like, yeah, have you tried that? Because maybe it does it for you.
You're telling me after 30 years there aren't like professional cape sex therapists at this point? Come on.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
Have
would
you
think there
tried
would
it
have to
while
be.
floating?
Yeah.
Well,
Neither of
I'm
them
just
can
curious
float.
too, right? Like, because the whole thing with Weld is he's saying like food doesn't really provide sensation for him because he doesn't have that normal sense. So even though he's saying in this arc, I feel like it would have made more sense for his character to be like, although I appreciate her efforts and I appreciate the female form in general, I can't enjoy it. Like I don't get physical pleasure from sexual contact. I feel like that would
Right.
make more sense for Weld to say instead of this weird implication of like it has worked before, just not with her. And I'm just like, what? How? Like if food
Yeah,
doesn't
how?
work, all,
Yeah.
yeah,
How?
like
Also,
He might have given us a
Metal
hint
does not-
into how. When
what was that,
one.
Nick? What was that, Nick?
with the tractor. No,
yeah.
what were you saying? I was just saying how. Like we don't like metal doesn't feel
no.
right.
Okay, metal doesn't feel, but the other side of that of that sentence is metal doesn't feel good, question mark? Like, okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
they make metal
That's also
and
that.
glass dildos. They do that. They do that. Great. We're gonna get totally pulled right off the internet. For having this conversation. But like but like
Okay, well, no,
he's
no
acting.
reason.
I want to know like what. Okay, first you have fucked previously with.
Has he? I think it's a question mark.
I don't know how to say
We don't
it
know.
better, but flesh ladies, and you.
We don't
you
know.
want- Sorry.
Or
it's the best
tractors.
I can-
And or tractors.
Right. So like,
Confirmed
how
tractors,
is it
yes.
for them? Because metal's not.
That was actually his trigger.
He's been hard ever since.
Jesus.
All I can think of is the Barbosa quote: "For too long I've been parched, thirsty, and unable to quench it. Too long I've been starving to death and haven't died. I feel nothing, not the wind on my face, nor the sea of the spring, nor the warmth of a woman's flesh." Like it all works perfect for Weld, and that's all I can hear now. Oh my god!
Michael, did you just
Put
have
it
that
on Boston.
memorized?
I
That was
pulled it up. I had to pull it
amazing.
up. I had to pull it up.
Okay, I thought you just pulled that out of your back pocket. 'cause
I had
that
a
was
lot of it in my
amazing.
head, but I had to look it up just in case.
No,
Oh god!
I
Yeah.
think, in all seriousness, I think you're right. He has trouble tasting, but it doesn't stop him from knowing that he's got food in his mouth and like the sensation is there. I think it's a combination, if I had to guess, that he can in fact feel good from sex. It feels probably a little muted, more than it normally would for a not case 53. And at the same time, it's really hard to do stuff with Sveta being a case 53. So like,
Right.
Yeah.
Makes
Which
sense.
is why he gets a little excited when Victoria slaps him and it hurts, and he's like, "Oh, felt
Yeah.
that." Like, that's
He
what
was
it takes.
like weirdly excited to get
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
punched in the shoulder into the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
so we need
Maybe
the weld crawler crossover fic.
No.
Oh,
see. Yeah. I'm
Why?
just imagining now, like whatever Sveta tried. I'm like definitely involved some kind of bondage. I imagine.
because that's what he likes.
Mm-hmm.
But she
Yeah,
couldn't. She
yeah.
didn't hit hard enough because
Yeah. Yeah.
everything's like pulling and pushing, and he needed slapping.
oh.
Well, now
He's
that
more of an
everyone's
impact play
left,
guy.
let's
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
for real.
One last
we've
Everyone's
question.
gone. It's
One
just
last
us talking
question
to
on
each
this
other
thing.
Sorry, guys.
What if
Oh no.
he needed an ideal partner? Who would
Oh.
it be?
Oh, okay. Besides Crawler?
Mm.
Besides Crawler.
Okay.
The obvious answer.
See. Mm.
I'm trying to think of
I
power
feel like-
synergies.
I
Yeah.
feel like he
Yeah.
would need somebody equally durable, right? Would be an ideal partner. So somebody like Alexandria,
Yeah.
who's like, not gonna break if they go too hard. Not saying her specifically, but somebody
Right.
with that power of
Yes,
like
someone who
Dragon?
can take a beating.
Drag.
Well, that
would
wouldn't-
meld.
That wouldn't
Dragon
work
has a
out.
partner. Leave Dragon alone.
Just
It
got
would
the
melt.
bio nursery.
if
Get
they-
the
The
fuck
bio
out of
shit.
here with that nursery shit.
Woof.
People are
No,
saying Kaiser and nursery.
Kaiser.
Yeah, I will come through the
I was gonna say,
screen and kill you
Except
all.
we
who
know
are
that he
other,
prefers the female form, so unfortunately Kaiser is out.
Who's our other
Yeah.
our metal bender? Age, right? All ages appropriate. Okay, careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not be
Um,
gross.
Trying to there's a
Well,
couple metal
Golem-
benders though. Oh,
yeah, Golem has the
Wait, what did you
other
say?
material bending.
Who?
Golem.
Yeah. But once
Golem,
again,
that's
you're
true.
probably looking for the female form here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I
looking
think
for
the female form is.
Again, looking for
We're not
somebody.
I mean-
gender
durable.
bending them. We're
Gender
going
bend
what-
Kaiser.
Who they are, who they
Yeah.
are.
I
I mean, but,
feel
you
like
know,
you
I mean, Victoria.
have to have somebody who's. See, that's what I was gonna say actually, because like Victoria can take a hit.
except Victoria's
she's-
hits are from her power,
You can take a pounding, you might say.
True.
Yep.
Oh.
but only one good one.
Ouch. Ow.
See, no,
Yeah,
see
one
that would
good
be
and you're
worse. That would be
gone.
worse
Was
than Wild
canonically
Both throwing
attracted
them
to
off.
Shadow Stalker. That's true. Nail biter. I don't know how durable Nail biter is.
Mm.
Oh well.
Worse
Nail
than one of
Biter's
them
She would-
dying would be Victoria playing Homewrecker. That would be the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah,
I don't think she ever would. She got
No,
so
not-
mad just at the thought
Not
of
in a
it.
million years.
She would never.
Ah.
Ooh,
Besides,
right.
they
I
did
kind of
suggest-
ship her and what's his face.
Vic is correct.
Analyze.
Nick in a
Yep.
wig.
Nick in a wig. All right, we can move on now.
We figured it out.
Got it.
Perfect.
Next
Okay.
chapter.
We solved it.
11.5.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, do we
anything
have
else?
more
for
thoughts for this chapter other than
11.4.
the well nonsense?
Uh, uh, the offhanded
it's his
comment that
fault.
Tattletale makes, being completely in the right, Cauldron doing everything unambiguously, like the right way, and making an enemy of everyone along the way. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
like if they had like been like, hey, the end of the world is approaching. We all need to get on board with the shit. The end of the world is approaching. I'm sure that Contessa's stupid power that I love said, hey, don't tell anybody, or something like that. Or maybe she just forgot to ask. But, they were in the right at the end.
Mhm.
However, the way they went about it made an enemy of every single person. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on with that too, of course, and now with Citrine being the mayor of Megalopolis, who has that new Cauldron connection, at least with the Number Man, is like, okay, there's a lot going on here.
yeah. And we did talk about that she could potentially end those time powers.
Oh, Citrine could, right? But she said
She said, nope.
no, not
Everybody I've
doing that.
talked to
Yeah.
says, don't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't know why, but everyone's saying don't do it.
Yeah, which is also interesting because
So much so
there's that whole like. Go
the
ahead.
teacher doesn't want to do it.
Yeah,
they
Right.
mentioned
His
that,
mercenaries
like,
from
no.
what is it's mercenaries from Kite split off to go explore that.
Yeah,
And he was like,
because,
mm-mm.
yeah, there's something which is so interesting, right? Because there's that whole thing of like in Tattletale's notes, there's something in the city that people are trying to escape in a way, right? Like teachers avoiding, Goddess was going to avoid. Like there's something about whatever's happening, and maybe it's connected to those time bubbles as well. But the fact that those are both things that teachers like, nope, not dealing with that, makes me very leery of like, okay, there is something bigger going on under the surface. We just haven't figured it out yet, or hasn't been revealed yet.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I like that building mystery and conflict of like, okay, something bigger is going on, but we don't know yet. But it is frustrating at the same time, in a way.
Mm.
Now 11.5.
Mm-hmm.
The teams split up. Some of the heartbroken tease Rain, while Vicky's group hunts Love Lost. Then the team has to hide from Lord of Lost, gets their tech jammed, and finds Nursery's territory. Before we get too far in this, I don't know about you guys, but I got brain looped on the chicken wolf corn riddle and had to figure out the right answer. I don't know if you remember that being mentioned.
Yes.
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 I did
I
not
And
also.
I had to stop and be like, I'm going to stop reading. I'm going to figure out the chicken corn wolf riddle again, because I know this has happened to me before.
Again.
Yeah.
And then I can keep reading.
That's funny.
So I don't know if you guys got the answer to and figured it out. I solved it and then double checked I got it right, so I was happy. But
I paused it. I paused the audiobook. I like sat here for a second trying to figure it out, and then I was like, I don't need to know this right now. I pressed play and I went back to it. So
yeah, I
Nick,
tried
what
to do
is
that. I
what
tried
is
to do
it?
that. I did that, and then was like, "Oh, okay. I'll just keep reading." And then I was like, "Nope, still thinking about it. I'm not reading. I'm thinking about it." So the riddle again is: you've got a farmer on one side of the river. He's got a wolf, a chicken, and corn, and he needs to get them all across the river in his boat. Can only take one at a time. You leave the chicken and the wolf together. The wolf eats the chicken. You leave the chickens with the corn. The chickens eat the corn. So here's what you do: you take the chickens, go back to the other side. Take the wolf, bring back the chickens, take the corn, go back to the other side, take the chickens, and then you're good.
Right.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Good job, Nick.
That- Yep. I just had
glad
to,
you
I got
figured that
brain
out.
loop. I
Yeah,
couldn't stop. I was like, I gotta. It's like I think I know the answer, but I just have to write it out to confirm I get it right, and then I can move on.
You're a winner.
Yeah,
You're a winner, Nick.
Thank
You're a
you.
winner.
Thank you.
I feel that.
My note for this entire chapter is God, Rain is basically the main character of an anime. he's just this wimpy, uninteresting dude with shitty powers, kind of, boring looking, and yet the girls are all over him
It's true.
for no reason other
yeah.
than he's just a nice guy.
Also, what makes all of these interactions immensely funnier to me is remembering that the Heartbroken are Canadian. And like
And
Yes.
French
Yeah, they
Canadian
speak
at that.
French Canadian. Amazing.
So it's
You're
very
right,
funny.
Fran. This is why Aiden
Um,
thinks that Rain is cool.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Yeah, it was very funny where Victoria's just like, "Rain, stop engaging."
Yes.
It's like, "Stop
Rain,
it."
shut up.
He's just like, "Oh, but I'm just answering honestly." And she's like, "You're a sweet boy, Rain. Please, you're smarter than this." So funny.
Oh no,
Shut
that whole
up
bit
and
was funny.
stop talking, Rain.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. The way they split up the teams is interesting to me. Where you've got like a variety of people from different parts of the Undersiders, the Heartbroken, and Vicky and Breakthrough. You end up with a very interesting collection of characters, right? Where you've got Victoria and Rain from Breakthrough, which is a weird pair to have together anyway.
Yeah.
From Breakthrough, you've got 3 Heartbroken girls, and then you've got Foil and Parian, who are like the most normal of the Undersiders in the sense of like
Yes.
they're the most like morally grounded, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
probably.
So it's a very weird group of people to throw together, but I like it. It ends up working out in a really fun way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Their vibes together are fun.
Yeah.
I can't help but wonder though, like I think it's here. I think it's at the very beginning of this chapter, maybe, where Victoria's thinking about it, or it might be. I think it's the very beginning of this chapter, where Victoria's like, the girls are all bickering and they're bothering Rain, and she's like, has this moment where she's like, ah, yes, now I understand why Tattletale looks so tired all the time. She has to wrangle these small children, these freaking heartbroken who are just, oh my god.
Right.
With some of the worst powers too. Like any
Yes.
sort of emotional and what's interesting too, right, is Victoria is very familiar with emotional manipulation powers, so it's interesting seeing these groups interact. But yeah, emotional children, especially horny teenagers with emotional manipulation powers, is like sounds like the worst combination of person.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
like, ugh,
Oh my gosh,
no, thank
absolutely.
you. Eek. But for
Yeah.
me, this was just like, oh, of course the villains know they're coming. Like,
Of course.
of
We
course
can't
they
have
did.
anything
Like,
good.
yeah, no, obviously, Love Lost knew they were coming. So, yeah, I don't know. 11.5 didn't have much for me. I feel like things really start to happen in 11.6. Beyond the
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
I do like the little the doohickey that Victoria has on her
Mm,
wrist or hip. I don't know. That she can like flip through to like see the status of the other teams. To make sure that they're okay. Because there's that moment where all of the power starts to glitch out and all their electronic devices glitch out, and she's like looking down at it, and all of the people are fragmented in pieces. And I was so scared for a moment because I was like, oh my gosh. If they get torn up
yeah,
into pieces,
yeah.
too, like, oh my god. And then we realize, like, oh no, all the tech is glitching out. Like the phones shut off and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
So it's
No, I
like,
did have that thought
but
too. Yeah.
oh man, that scared me real good for a fraction of a second there.
Well, although with 11.8, the ending, it feels like they
Oh
may
my
not be
god.
okay. So we'll see what's
Oh,
going on there.
Yeah.
terrifying.
But we haven't gotten there yet. We'll get there. All right.
Speaking of
Bernard,
getting there.
real quick, Bernard asks 2 questions.
Mm.
The other two groups, any comments, and can anyone comment on how well the other groups would gel?
I'm going to break a rule temporarily for slight spoilers. I
Ah!
believe. Hold on. It's to answer these. As a teaser for next week, I believe the next two chapters are interludes of the other two groups.
Oh, gotcha.
Ah.
So
Okay.
we can
Okay,
couch
okay.
that to other
Well,
times.
2 weeks will answer that question.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Moving on then.
11.6 are we on?
Yeah.
Yes,
What do we got?
11.6. 11.6. The team finds Lovelost's workshop, gathers information, and screws up as much stuff as they can. They get caught by Lord of Loss and Nursery on the way out. And yeah, that fight begins.
Oh, yeah.
Whew. Hi, caramba. Nursery is nope.
Yeah, we'll
That's
get
a-
there. That's a
Mm.
nope.
Well, I think we see a little bit of it because I think in 11.6 is
Oh.
when the tongue comes out of the refrigerator. The tongue trap in the refrigerator
You're right.
gets Parian.
Yes.
Yep.
And
You're right.
Fucking terrifying.
bleh,
Oh, yeah.
just nothing like pulling the babies out of your mouth. You know what I
Freaking
mean?
xenomorph ass face hugger. Yeah.
Yeah. Which correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is similar in that the facehuggers were designed to resemble kind of the horror of like sexual assault and forced impregnation, especially for men.
Yes.
And I do feel like Nursery is similar in that body horror of like there's very little worse and again goes a lot back to that bodily autonomy thing we keep talking about, that being a key theme of this, of like that's one of the most invasive breakers of bodily autonomy is just somebody literally putting a baby inside of you through your mouth.
That's
Yeah.
how it works.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's
Before we invented
oh my
storks.
gosh. There's so much about this that is terrible, from how quickly it happens. And even though they react rather quickly to try and like stop it,
Yeah.
like Foyle cuts it, and it's all heavy flesh. Like it's all, weighs as much as flesh would. So when she cuts the like giant tongue thing, Victoria quickly stabilizes and tilts
Yeah.
Parian's head, because she said it's probably like 300 pounds of meat like quickly falling at
Yeah.
an angle that would snap her neck. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
everything about it sucks.
Yeah.
Like not to mention all the talk of like and I've been waiting for this imagery to come up finally, but it looks like, is it Envy from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood when they get trapped inside of greed, or not greed, sloth? Gluttony?
Gluttony.
Gluttony, when they get trapped inside of gluttony and you get to see Envy's true form.
Yeah.
And it's that giant amalgamation of creatures like coming out of their own mouths like
Yeah.
over and over
Yeah.
again kind of thing.
It is similar.
Yeah. That's the imagery I definitely felt. And it's got all the tiny hands. Like at one point in time, they're talking about like the
Tiny
hands
baby
coming out of the
hand.
nostril.
Yeah.
Oh, everything about it. And then they have to like pull it out, and you can't break it off because
You can't break it off.
It
'cause then
sets
it's
to
in you.
root, and then like, oh god.
Crazy.
Yeah, this is the fun one.
Oh God. I mean, you guys know from all my comments on Bonesaw, I fucking love body horror. I find it really fascinating. I really love it. Impregnation, not so much. Yeah, big no for Hannah. I mean, that doesn't stop it from being like really fucking cool, but also absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I'll bring it up again, but like Nursery has low key some of the best power stuff going on in terms of lore, because
Mhm.
like
Mm.
the first thing we find, like, oh man, that's really creepy that it can make this fleshy domain, and then you find out that they're pregnant, and you're like, oh, that's weird. Then you find
Mhm.
out, oh, Nursery's not the one with the power,
Nope.
and then this is like, oh, what is their power really? And you're like, oh, it just keeps getting worse.
Keeps getting worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good.
Do,
Not
do we
good.
know
So I
what
guess
nurseries do, by the way?
yes.
She never,
'Cause,
I guess
never, she's
I
never
guess
gonna.
my question is, so Nursery, the whole thing with her baby inside of her is the one with the power, right? Like that's what she says at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
guess my theory then, or my question then is like, is this power this is it a breaker power that reshapes worlds? Is that what it is, or what is it? Whatever it's called. Um,
No,
whatever
breakers when you
Vista
go
has.
into a breaker state.
No, that's the breaker state. What is this
Shaker.
breaker power called?
Shaker.
Shaker.
Yeah.
Shaker.
So this shaker power is all it is, this baby imitating the environment that it knows and just
I
creating
assume
that,
so.
right? Like that's what it is it's just creating
Yeah.
the womb outside of the body of Nursery, right? Like,
Mhm.
and that's why it's got all these parts and bits, and like it's trying to implant itself because that's what, umbilical cords do, and like other things,
Right.
like it's just disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Much more,
Yeah,
in
no,
much
not
less gross power, but I did find Candy's power fascinating as well. The
Okay, can
idea
we
of like,
talk about Candy's nuts for a second?
Jesus, Alan, she's a child.
Damn it, I tried.
Michael, mute him. Mute him for 5 minutes. Time out. 60 seconds. Time out.
Oh God. Keep going, Nick. Keep going,
Oh.
please. Try to.
Damn it, I
I
had a
just-
whole plan, Nick.
You had a whole plan.
I was gonna be like,
go
yeah,
ahead.
because we've got Aroa's blasts and Chastity's slaps and Candy's nuts.
Good try. It was a good
Slap.
try, Alan. It was a good try.
Sorry, bingo guys, I tried. No bingo square for you.
Oh, that was great.
Was one of the
Did you
bingo
have it
squares
on the
sitting with
bingo?
Candy's-
Did you have
Candy's
Candy's nuts on the bingo square?
Yeah.
Alan!
but only if I did it successfully. So
That was pretty good.
we'll try again.
It was a
No,
good try. It was a
Michael,
good
do
try.
not encourage that.
That was pretty good.
Michael, time out. 60 seconds. Oh my God.
I hate this so much. It's so good.
Now voted.
Oh, God. Okay.
We'll wait till we get to Dragon's D's.
No. No.
Nick, what about the power?
Quick.
I
Nick.
was just saying
let's
it's a
talk about
fascinating
Candy.
power. To the idea of juicing people with too much of a good thing to make them hate it.
Yes.
As somebody pointed out in the comments, they're like, man, like Candy could be like the world's best addiction therapist, like
For real.
she's like,
Oh.
wow, you like alcohol? Well, what if you liked it way too much? You want to know what that feels like? And it's like, oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I hate it now.
Yeah.
Obviously
crazy.
there's probably some negative side effects that might come with that. But hey,
No.
what would we call that? It'd be like overexposure therapy? Where it's
Yeah, hyperexposure therapy.
Yeah.
Hyperexposure therapy, something like that.
Overexposure therapy. Yeah.
Interesting.
So very funny.
Yeah. That being said, I do love all of their powers. Chastity's got that fun one where she charges up and then just bitch slaps the shit out of the one dude.
Yeah, and then it's
Oh,
like
that was-
correlated
that's
to her. She can only
She's
hold as
great.
many people as she has fingers, basically. So she's like, her fingers light up after bitch slapping you.
Yeah.
So fun.
And it's all perception related too.
Mhm.
Um,
And what was Aroa's power? I'm trying to remember. Hers wasn't very
the
useful in the
nerve
fight. But it
center
was,
one. She can
nerve
yeah.
center.
Oh,
she can make people feel like change their
Yeah,
nerve
she can,
system so that
yeah,
pain
change
feels good.
Yeah, pain feels like pleasure, and so they're less averse to like
Oh.
avoiding
Yeah,
attacks
yeah,
and
yeah.
things like that.
Mm.
It was one of those. I remember Vicky commenting, being like, it reminded her of Regent's power, whereas like it's the
yeah.
kind of thing where it doesn't seem that useful until you're able to apply it in sneaky ways. Granted, it sounds like she didn't necessarily know everything Region could do if that's what she's thinking about,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
very interesting.
Mm.
I loved
Yeah.
I think this is the most emotional Vicky has gotten in a while. But specifically her having her little freak out moment about emotion power people.
Mhm.
Where she just goes, fuck fucking emotion powers, fuck them, fuck everyone except for Dean.
Yeah.
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 Um,
Yeah, she definitely has
Yeah.
some you will allow the trauma, you know. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
Protect.
Well,
Having your emotions fucked with, might bring up some
Yeah.
awful memories.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least Precipice seems pretty useful here for once. Like he's actually doing
About
things with his
time.
power.
So
It took
we'll
him a
get to-
second,
we'll
though.
get to
Took him
0.7
a
and
second.
0.8. We'll get to 0.7 and 0.8, but even here at the beginning of like, okay, he's slashing, he's throwing his blades, he's trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's
He's
trying.
not great on his own, but
Yeah.
as
No.
support,
Good pairing.
the silver blades actually do some
Even
good.
even in
For instance,
workshop,
they're
Yeah.
brighter than a phone. You
brighter
hold them
than-
up in the dark, you can read stuff.
Yeah.
We finally found a use for his power.
There you go. He's also
Get
useful
over
in the
here,
workshop,
Zack Attack.
though.
Yes. Oh, that's
because
what the
he's able
same.
to-
You
he's
beat
able
me
to
to
tinker-
it.
But yeah, he's able to tinker some things together, get the information, get into Love Lost computer.
Yeah.
The fact that he could like muscle memory her passwords was really funny to me. Of like,
Yeah.
That was great.
like, dang, that's
I didn't get that
that's
at
wild.
first, and I was like, oh wait.
Which is so
That's great.
real, because I'll tell you right now, somebody asked me the password at work the other day, and I didn't know what the password for our door codes were. But I walked up and went, hold on, let me click,
Yeah, right.
and was like, then I
Yeah.
had to look over my fingers and read what I typed in. I was like, okay.
No, I'm absolutely that too, where I'm like, okay, spatial awareness person. If somebody's like, hey, how do you fill out this form? And I'm like, well, I need to see the form. Like, I need to, or
Yeah.
like something like that. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know. I can't just describe it to you and answer your question. I need to see it, and then I can do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
So at least he's trying, right?
Yeah. His emotion power though is he keeps trying to hit freaking
Lord of Loss.
Lord of Loss.
thank you. Oh my god, Lord of Loss. And
LOL.
and
The big old
it's
League
just
of
not
Legends.
working. It's just not working and not hitting. And Vicky's like, stop it. Because you keep clipping me in the process, bro. It is not working. I mean, that's
Yep.
before she has her big epiphany moment, but still, like.
And then it's
right?
finally, he's like, oh, he's trying to tell me something at one point.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wonderland in chat took a picture of them holding D's nuts, ranch sriracha peanuts.
No.
Amazing.
No.
Tantalizing taste buds, D's nuts. Thank you.
Wonderland. How could you?
Can I just say
Creamy
too,
ranch,
speaking
too.
of Lord of Loss, can we just talk about who is this cringe lord who puts emojis on every message he sends?
Bless.
And not just like normal emojis too. He's doing the high effort ones, like the Kirby hand ones of like, what has happened? Like, what are you doing? bro?
So
Who are
he
you?
is he is, if we're talking like anime again, we're gonna compare, our bland ass Rain Boy to being the anime protagonist. This is like the same equivalent where you have that annoying antagonist where they're the like, I have memorized all of the Gundams and now I drive a Gundam and I will defeat all of you. And they're like, oh my gosh, this big weeb is like going to knock us flat on our ass. Like, that is Lord of Loss. He lucked out. And they even say, Vicky even called it, if you're going to call yourself Lord of Loss, you've got to have two things. One is that you sucked so bad that you, like, people gave you that such a big name as a joke. Like, yeah, because he's a big loser, Lord of Loss, like on a biblical scale. Or you're so good, nobody questions it. And the thing is, he's both.
Yeah.
Like, he is he wears a fedora when he's undercover, like not in
No.
power form. And then he transforms like he's in the corner. They'll never
Pushes up
know
his
that I'm
glasses
Lord of
with,
Loss,
like, with
actually.
the glasses in anime, like shing, and like go all white, and he's like,
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Hello, princess.
No,
No.
yeah, skipping to the end real quick, but we'll come back to it. But even at the
Oh
very
my
end of the fight, where he's just like, "Oh, good fight," like put her there. Like, "Oh, what about?" It's like, dude, shut up. What are you
Shut
doing?
the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
Goddamn nerd.
Stick him right back in the pregnancy goop.
yeah.
No. Like no one deserves to be in the pregnancy goop.
Yeah, that's true.
Should we just anything else in that, or should we just get into the fight?
Yeah, let's get in
Yeah.
the fight.
Yeah.
and I feel like we could probably combine 0.7 and 0.8 because that's the fight, right?
It's
Is
the-
those
Yeah.
two are.
It's the fight.
I don't particularly feel the need to split them. So,
Yeah, go.
all right, 11.7. Antares tries to bargain with Lord of Loss unsuccessfully. She fights a parahuman hockey puck. Some of the Heartbroken's powers are introduced, and the team tries to fight their way out. In 11.8, Antares uses Precipice's power to fight Lord of Loss, briefly undergoes Nursery's power, and finally gets to check up on the other teams after
I
beating Lord of Loss.
Forgot about the hockey puck.
Yeah.
Yeah, hockey
They
puck
didn't
guy.
do fucking anything. They
It
took
feels
that air hockey boy and just damn,
It's so out
bounced
of
his
place.
ass up.
Got wrecked.
That's great though.
Because there were a couple other parahumans in the mix too, but they never really
Mhm.
did anything too relevant. The only one
Yeah.
that really even tried was the hockey puck, and she was like, "Okay, sit down," knocked him down, and then,
Yeah.
and then the real
Penalty
fight
Yeah,
box.
was
nasty bitch slapped
Yeah.
him and then
Yep. Ah,
Oh,
yeah. It's
Yeah,
okay.
this
So
was a good fight.
overall, I do. This is I think the quintessential fight for. I probably said that before, but this is a quintessential fight for Ward. It goes on a little longer than I think it should. It emotion is such an incredibly relevant factor to it, both internally and externally, and the combination of both somehow, you know. And then a lot of it is just thinking through the combat from Vicky's perspective to figure out how to beat the opponent, and then to just, physically do it. It is such an internal external thing. Whereas comparing it to Worm, there was some thoughts put into pulling off stuff with Taylor. However, it did feel very straightforward most of the time. Like, if she figured something out, you weren't necessarily aware of it until after the fact, or, it was almost like a reveal, or she figures it out on the fly in such a way that, like, it's just kind of happening simultaneously. It doesn't feel as planned or as thought out. And this very much has this, it's almost methodical. Even amidst how hectic everything is. But it is what I like about Ward, because she's an emotion-powered person, and we are seeing things from her perspective. And on top of that, emotions are just tied throughout the story much more than they are in Worm. The use of his emotional power to impact her emotions to drive her to fight better is such an odd play of powers, but it is emblematic of Ward combat as a whole, I think.
I feel
I
that.
think that's fair.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the keen into emotion as being a key part of the fights in Ward is a really interesting aspect of it that we didn't get with Taylor for sure. And with the whole thing of her discovering, I don't know. It's interesting. They never quite explain what Precipice's emotion power is for. But basically, the idea being it causes such extreme feelings of shame that you instantly learn how to fight better as you fail, right? It's like failing upwards, kind of. Is that a correct interpretation, you think, of
Yeah.
Precipice's power?
Mhm.
Yeah.
On
It's
top
like such
of
a
us learning
yeah.
about not Chastity, Candy's power, like kind of in relation to that, her power is to overload you with a thought so that you avoid that because of it.
Mhm.
They've just had that conversation, and to have that and be like, oh yeah, if you overload me with your shame and regret, then I will not make that mistake twice when fighting somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an
Which
interesting
is such
lead
a
along of her thought process.
cool concept, but it's gotta be emotionally exhausting to fight that way constantly, you know? And
Yeah.
obviously she feels that, right? Like, we
Yeah.
see that with the fight, we see that when she falls into Nursery's power, there's a lot of those moments of like, "Wow, this is terrible, but I'm gonna keep fighting through." Um, yeah, it is a little long, but I did like it because it felt like the reward after, um, the setup for the arc. Like I said, this feels like is where the arc could have ended. Um, so it's kind of a funky thing there. But yeah, I don't know, it's cool.
Jacob, you said this was one of your favorites, right?
Yeah, I just like the way it was paced. I agree. I think it probably drags just a bit, but that's kind of, as Alan
Yeah.
said, pretty standard these days with the wild boat fights. But I would prefer that. I'll take that over some of the really short little quick fights we get sometimes. It's more fun to
Mhm.
spend time, I think, in having a problem solve through the fight. I really like seeing Victoria work through the problem. It's something we got a lot from Taylor because I think Taylor's power was just so uh, adept at problem solving. Like that was her whole
Right.
thing, was problem solving.
Mhm.
And so the creativity with her fights was always really, really fun to read. And Victoria, we get a lot less of that, just given the nature of her power, which is fine. It's a whole different kind of fight to follow. But getting a little bit of that sort of back in this fight was pretty fun. And then just visually, man, like just I could visualize so much of what she was doing this time. Especially
It
towards
did
the end,
feel
like
like
diving through Lord of Lost's power was like, oh, I can see that. It was great. I don't know. It just worked for some reason.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
This felt like you said a much more visually like I understood the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Not in regards to the environment, because fuck the environment, I never remember that, other than like them breaking up the ground and the nursery power coming up and constantly trying to avoid that, and then whoops, not avoiding that.
Whoops. Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe it's the body horror. Maybe every fight needs a bit of body horror to lock you in. You know?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, I mean, nothing like a little impreg to make me lock in, let me tell you.
No.
No, that's.
Well, that's it, folks. Great night. Hope you had a good one.
And you'll never see
Last
Nick ever
one
again.
ever.
Yep, Nick's gone.
Where's the that's my fetish gif when you need it?
Nope.
Just
No.
We're good.
Nick, no.
Bernard asked. Bernard
don't.
asked, "Does the fight feel well earned? As in, does it feel that Victoria and her group like almost lost?" This is his
Oh yeah,
question.
I mean this
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
this
I mean,
feels
at one point
very
in time,
desperate
they
as
almost
a fight.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
they
were
basically
close.
got real close.
They got caught off guard and were fighting on the back foot pretty much the whole time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, no,
it waxes and wanes, and then you think that
Mhm.
she's about to win, and then she gets, gooped, and then she turns around and he's pinning her two teammates to the ground that she was trying to get away, and then
Mhm.
she brings it back at the end, but boy howdy did it feel like a stalemate for a long time.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like
Oh yeah,
she was
yeah.
winning, but she wasn't accomplishing what she wanted to. It didn't feel like she was beating him. She just felt like she kept knocking him over and kept knocking him over. And
Sure. I think it's evident by the amount of times Foyle feels the need to say, "You can leave." Like, if Like, leave and get
Yeah.
help. The amount of times
Mhm.
Foil
Yeah.
feels the
Save
need to make
yourself.
that statement of like, "Hey, you have that option. Keep that in mind." Like, just makes me feel like, yeah, it felt like it was well written as a bit of a desperate fight of like, we
Yeah.
are mostly just trying to escape in one piece.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And unfortunately, it became the unskippable boss fight where it's like, "Oh, no, you can't run from this fight. You gotta beat Lord of Lost to get out of here."
Yeah. Yeah. The white fog is just blocking the exits.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
let me out.
basically.
Except it's
No.
red mist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Red
except it's red
red
mist.
mist. Yeah.
Exactly. Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah, but fun fight to read.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a
It'll
good
be
fight.
this will be one I come back. Like, there's a couple fights throughout the Parahuman stories that I'll just go back and read sometimes. Like, I'll read the Leviathan fight. I like the Echidna fight. Little bits like that. It's fun to just go back and read those chapters. I'll probably add this one to the list. It's just a fun couple chapters to read.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Lord of Lost's power is super cool too. Just having like this extreme breaker form where he can just turn basically into almost anything he can imagine and visualize, but in very large size. So he's got lots of variety. And obviously, this is painful for Victoria, but him being like, yeah, I had somebody tell me, like, yeah, you should break out of your shell more often, try new forms. And now
Yeah.
thanks for giving me a chance to test it on you. Very
Yeah.
anime villain
Blah.
as
Yeah.
well, there
Yes.
too.
I listened
Of
to
like
your uncle. He's not my fucking uncle. You can shut
He's
the
not my
fuck up.
fucking uncle. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Get
So
to try
yeah.
my new form. Yeah.
You haven't even seen my final form. Rips him out. Oh,
Uh,
well,
Whoa,
GG.
hey, whoa.
Hey, good fight. Good fight. Put it there. Put it there.
Put it there. Oh,
Let's do
let's
it
be
again.
good sports about
Gosh.
this.
Yeah.
Then she doesn't she punch him in the face? He's like, I deserve that.
Yeah.
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 Fair.
Gosh.
And then he gets bitch slapped, right? I think. At the
Yeah.
Yeah,
end.
he gets knocked out.
Yeah, he gets smacked.
Yeah. Damn.
Well, and then
What's gonna happen
looks like the
next?
other groups are not doing so hot.
Not
Yeah.
doing so good.
Yeah. We'll
It's like, hey, here, have this nice thing. Hey, would you like a victory? No! And then it's everywhere. Oh, cookies all over the floor. Eat your floor cookies.
Chad, I'm gonna need to clip that.
I know. I'm excited. We'll see everyone else is doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
crazy
excited
fights
to
going
start
on.
off with 2 interludes.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
go.
if you have any last questions for us, otherwise I've got our normal 2 questions. I think we can skip over the who's the problem of the therapy group for right now, and instead ask, what's your favorite power to start from this chapter? Got a lot of them.
There were a lot of cool ones.
Yeah. This is a
Yeah.
good power chapter.
I really like Disjoint's power. Just in the it's one of those examples to me of a simple power in concept that an application can do so much. And I really like that, right? Where it's like I can teleport parts of my body around. Simple concept.
Mhm.
What's the application of that? Well, I can take my eyes out and throw them really far to spy on people. I can judo people from 20 feet away. I can, there's all sorts of funky stuff you can do when you can manipulate your body parts that way. And I think just conceptually, I like that as a power. I always like, it's kind of like Taylor's power. It's like, what do? You control bugs. Okay, what do you do with that? A whole heck of a lot,
What can't I do?
So,
A whole
yeah,
heck
exactly.
of a lot.
So very cool. Very cool, simple power.
Yeah, it's a good one. If we're looking at just memorable moments, and I'm trying to stick to like some of the newer powers here, hockey puck caught me so off guard. It's just a great moment. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so stupid, but it's great. So shout out hockey puck.
Reflexively, I just want to say nursery because that's disgusting, and I love it. It's so gross.
I want more.
But we have seen her before. I think I said that she was my favorite when we first ran into her so long ago. I really like what's her name? Chastity. Charity? Chastity. I always get them
Chastity.
confused. Is it
Yeah.
it's Chastity. Okay.
With the bitch butt.
I like Chastity's. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, good little power.
Because it's
Yeah.
also like tied to her mental confidence, right? So if she loses confidence, then she loses
Yeah.
the slap,
And theirs,
right? Which is
Yeah.
as
and
well,
theirs
the
too,
perception.
yeah. The
Yep.
perception,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, it's how they see her.
it's very, very
Um,
interesting tying together of powers for sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I'll give the customary nursery then, because like I said, nursery I
Mm.
think is low key been a very interesting character to continue to get little drops of lore, because such an interesting power that it's not even their power, and it continues to get grosser and weirder every time.
Yep. Always.
No doubt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can't
And then our
can't-
second question from me before we move on to chat questions. Any guesses on the big bad problem?
Ugh, I mean, they haven't really narrowed it down too much. There's a
Really
lot of
haven't.
problems. There's a lot.
That's okay. We
Uh,
don't.
yeah.
If we don't have
There's a
anything,
lot.
I'm not
I mean,
expecting you.
and if anything, they introduced a new one with these groups now messing with time bubbles. So,
Yeah.
like, just
Mm.
add that to the pile at this point.
True.
I'm not too happy.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I feel like it's not going to end up being one central problem. It's going to be the chaos. It's going to be that there's a billion things happening, and it's like, well, how the fuck do we prioritize this shit? Because we got problems across the board. Like, well, I guess today we'll fight the time bubbles, and then at 3:00 we'll go deal with the machine army situation, and then maybe right after dinner we can squeeze it. Like, it's just there's a lot. It's a lot going on, and call me old fashioned, but I still get nervous not knowing where the Endbringers are up to doing
Right.
shit.
Right.
Listen,
Right.
Plus, people
They're
keep
out there.
name dropping Sleeper. I don't know who the fuck Sleeper is. I think I just live in fear. I think that maybe that's
Fair
just
enough.
what it is. I'm just
That's
gonna
fair.
That's a
continue
good way
to
to
live in
live.
fear.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Mm.
We've got nothing else with that then. I got a couple quick questions from chat. One comment. If they end up freeing Purity from her time bubble, what happens if she starts looking for Aster?
Oh,
Well,
uh,
well,
should
we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll change this a little bit. How should they kill Weld if he does decide to break up with Santa?
Ooh.
Ooh.
well, we know
talked
what his
about
biggest
putting him in
fear
the
is.
bottom of the ocean.
Yep, biggest fear. Drop him in Mariana Trench.
Yeah.
There you go. Call it a day. Megatron is
Yeah.
ass.
Megatron.
Yep.
Until he
Yeah.
rides some
Yeah.
kind of huge fish out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could
Leviathan.
melt
Finally
him
found
down.
something that
We melt him
that
down.
can- never mind.
Turn him into an anvil.
Melt him down.
Turn him into an anvil. Oh, God.
And then, I did, break a little bit of the spoiler things, but you're asking, who do you think the next two interludes will be from?
Mm.
Oh yeah, perspective wise.
I've said they're going to be the other two groups, probably.
Yeah.
But,
Remind me who of our team
we've got
is in
Ashley
the other two
and
groups.
we've got the Wolf Pack, if you will, which is
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Ashley, Kenzie, is it Juliet, Roman,
Mm.
Imp?
Mm.
All of them are in one pack. I might be wrong on the Heartbreakers, but it is like the aggressive Heartbreakers and
Yeah.
the aggressive people all in one. And then you have Tristan and Sveta along with Aiden, and I'm trying to remember who the other ones. Probably Darlene is with Aiden, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
It'd be
So
cool. We
We-
never got a
me
Sveta
see.
interlude.
I was just about to say
I
that.
was
We haven't
looking at
gotten a
it.
Sveta
That
interlude.
would be good. So it looks like Lookout and Chicken Little are split up.
Yep.
So Swan Song and Lookout are
Grounded.
together.
Yeah.
Florence, the feral child, went with Swan Song, and Imp went with Florence because she's the best at handling her.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
the
feral
other
child, I forgot.
team. So that means the other team would be Three Heartbroken, Chicken Little, Sveta, Capricorn, and Tattletale.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Did we ever get an Imp interlude? She's popped up a couple times. I don't think we've gotten an interlude from her yet.
not
we
in
have.
Ward. No, we haven't
Yeah.
gotten. Did we? Not in Ward. I thought we hadn't gotten one.
Not in Ward.
Yeah. So that'd be
Okay.
my vote.
We
It'd be
got
cool to
her at
see-
the end of Worm.
I've already kind of
Yeah.
seen who they are because I was pulling up the summaries for me to read off of, and it
Oh.
says who the next ones are. So I
There you go.
Ah.
already know who
Well,
they
we'll
are.
find out shortly.
I won't say anything.
Yeah.
We'll find out shortly. I'm going to read these probably tomorrow. So
Yeah.
we'll
Oh.
see.
I always
Mad.
wait till the day before podcast.
I
Nah.
read like the first 2 chapters immediately, and then I wait. So then I forget what happened in those 2 chapters, and I only remember what happens at the end. So that's what always happens.
That's funny. Well,
Any
somehow
other
we still
questions,
we
from
still
chat?
talk for an hour on the first chapter usually, so that's kind of crazy lore
Yeah.
from Jacob.
Yeah.
Why do you think I
doesn't-
hate him so much? I never remember anything that happened. What are you guys talking about?
I think we're good then.
Yeah.
Like I
This has
said,
been fun.
Oh, bingo card?
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
bingo.
bingo card. I'm glad you asked. We,
Of course.
we
We get
didn't
any
fill out
bingos
that many
tonight?
this week. What?
Man.
No bingos. We didn't
We
have
get
that
any
many
bingo
tonight.
winners?
I'll go with the ones that we did fill out. Is Lord of Loss a loser? God damn it, Weld. Cat on screen. Someone didn't get that it was Imp. Impregnate. Gross. Poor stupid Rain. And the Undersiders are back. We did not get Nick Goes Full Teacher. Big new big bad theory. Alan rants. Well, I don't know. Alan successfully pulls off a Candy's Nuts joke. Sympathy for a villain. Jacob does his TV movie comparison. Hannah cries. Milk. And Michael has to rein them in.
I did almost make a comparison, and then I
reined you in a
stopped
couple
myself.
times. I definitely reined you in. a
Yeah,
couple
Michael's
times.
definitely
Definitely
right.
has to
Give me a bingo.
I
Okay,
didn't
well,
cry.
if anyone needed that,
I
Yeah,
know
that's
that's
cool.
honestly we
I still-
knocked out a lot of the chapter
Yeah.
specific ones and not
Yeah.
a lot of the generic every
Mhm.
podcast episode
True,
ones. So I'm pretty
Yeah,
happy,
we'll
pretty
do
happy with that.
better next time.
I feel like I'm not quite sure what me going full teacher quite means yet. Maybe we'll
You've
know
done it a
when
couple times.
happens. I've done that. Okay.
You have.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
We'll
Fair
let
enough.
you know.
Okay,
It's
then
okay.
next
You don't have to
time.
know,
know.
Nick. We know, and that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
that's what matters.
The
We'll
people who
know.
need to
We
know.
know it when we
Fair
see it.
yeah,
Fair enough.
the people who needed to know.
people
All
who
right,
need
well,
to know.
let's play a song. But
Play a
before
song.
I do, I'll just remind everyone we will be back with the end of Arc 11 on the 9th in 2 weeks. And then we will take a break until the 13th of January to recoup and rest over the holiday season. But we'll see you
And
soon.
have a happy Thanksgiving for those of you who
And
are
that's
enjoying
true.
Thanksgiving this week.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
turkey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michael, play us out.
Join the Patreon, please come on in, join the Patreon. Why don't you just join the Patreon? Come support us and join the Patreon. Please help us and join the Patreon. We have fun, join the Patreon. It's great, yeah, join the Patreon. Why don't you just join the Patreon? Come on, come on.
Hello, Princess. I noticed you haven't joined the Patreon. Daddy's not happy.
So good.
It's
So
the
good.
best one
Delightful.
ever. I had to do that with the
With Lord. Yeah. Yeah. The
Yes,
Lord of, that was perfect. Perfect choice,
Exactly.
Michael. Wouldn't have it
All
any
right.
other way.
Well, we'll see y'all on the 9th. And oh yes, Bernard says make sure Nick makes a D&D boss for nursery. Sounds horrifying. Thanks for the suggestion.
Oh,
We'll
please
see
Good
you soon.
idea.
No, why? Why?
Will be included.